All right. Good evening, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with Assurance USA and MWR Financial. Tonight is our first MWR Financial Product Knowledge Training. So we're going to be viewing some videos from MWR from their corporate site, and then we're going to be discussing those videos. We're going to be discussing those to try and get a better understanding of what we have before us. And starting next week, we'll have the MWR Financial Management staff will be here with us, and they will be going over some product training with us to help us to better understand our products and financial services that we offer. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. We're here on the site where it says how to shift your income site. Now, this is not a site that everybody has access to. You can pull it up. Just go to howtoshiftyourincome.com. But it's not in your it's not part of the three sites that they give you access that they give you to promote. This is more of a site that has all of this stuff on it. This is the first site that I came to where when I came to it, the first person I saw was Mr. Brian Bean. Okay. This is the first site I watched. This is the first video I watched. And when I came and I saw him, I knew I was in a good place because I said, I know that guy. So, and he has helped me to, I've been following his advice on YouTube for a very, very, very long time. So we're going to start by playing this little video first, and then we're going to go into the other segments of the videos that we have here, because they've got a lot of videos on this particular site that you all haven't probably seen yet. Okay. And then we're going to talk about them. Okay. And one of them gives you a good understanding of how to promote this. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, move this out the way.
In the year 2020, carry you through 2030 and beyond. We've had a great time, and today I just want to do something real simple. I want to give you a recap of all 10 videos. Now, I encourage you to go back through the playlist and look at all 10 as I hit on different things. But we started with the 2 financial objectives that everybody in this country should have. The fact of the matter is, until you learn the rules of the game in capitalism, you don't even know that financial objectives even exist. Your current lifestyle, number 1, should be paid for by your labor. Now, what does that mean? That means we all go to work every single day, or we own a business so that we can provide for our family clothes, roof, food, water, basic necessities, education, but your future lifestyle is paid for by your investments. That's goal number 2. And it's hard to even think about goal number 2, which is the future, if you're barely making it in the present. We also talked about 4 financial challenges that keep you from hitting those 2 objectives. Number 1, inflation, the silent income killer. Every single day, the value of your dollar drops because entrepreneurs continue to increase the price of goods and services. If you can increase the amount of money you make every single day at the same rate that a business owner is increasing the price of their goods and services, then your dollar is losing value. Another challenge is taxes. Taxes take the first 1/3 of your paycheck. You don't believe me? I'm not going to argue. Look at your pay stub and you will see gross, you will see net, and oftentimes your net makes you feel gross. It's because of the taxes. Another challenge is debt. Debt is real simple. Debt is caused by taxes. If the government didn't take so much off the top, we wouldn't have to borrow so much on the bottom. And last but not least, big business has a way of making sure every single month, every single day, every single coupon, every single commercial, every single color, every tune they play on the music, every single commercial is designed to get in your pockets, and we wonder why we don't have any money left to invest. Inflation, taxes, debt, and big business have a way of making sure you never hit your 2 financial goals. We talked about the rules of the game. It's capitalism, guys. Don't get mad at capitalism. Just learn how to participate in capitalism instead of only contribute to capitalism. Some people don't even know that a game is being played and there are major pawns in it, and people will take advantage of that. We talked about the solutions. The solutions are simple. Let's get your cash flow up. Cash flow is measured in time. Income is measured in dollars. Your dollars may be okay, but the cash flow is how long your money actually stays with you. A lot of Americans have great income, but negative cash flow. Taxes have to go down, debt has to go down, and expenses have to go down in order for your cash flow to go up. We talked about business. Why? A home-based business. Why? You already have a place to live. Now turn some of your expenses into tax deductions. Wealthy people do it all the time. You see athletes start a foundation for youth in the inner city. You see actors buy a lot of land and save the llamas and silverback gorillas. Why? Not that they aren't benevolent, not that they don't have big hearts, but it's also a huge tax deduction because of the amount of money athletes and entertainers make. Well, the common person's way, or the middle class's way of playing by the rules of the wealthy, is to start in their home. Why? Because you already have one. By the time you take your positive cash flow, you take your business income from your home-based business and you parlay that into investment income, you finally brought your second goal full circle. Yeah. Something has to work, just not you. Now that you're investing, you can't outwork money. Money doesn't get tired. Money does not call in. Money does not get a headache. Money does not get an attitude. All money knows is to create and make more money. Then and only then, ladies and gentlemen, will your second financial objective be obtained.
All right.
Great.
All right, let's talk about that for a little bit. You know, nice little intro. It kind of touched on everything that we're doing. Now, I hope y'all noticed that. Now, I was one of those people that had great income. I had great income back before I became homeless, and I was a mortgage broker. I was clearing 250, 260, 270. A year from 2000 up until about 2007. Okay, when the mortgage industry collapsed. Okay, and that's when everything just kind of went, up in smoke. I say that back up until about 2006, because it actually started collapsing in late 2006, mid 2006, and you can see how business was just tapering off and banks were closing. So it had started then, but back 1999, when I first got into the mortgage industry, I was with a company called UC Lending, and they had us on a salary. We was guaranteed $65,000 per year, but with the bonuses and everything, I could only get up to about 80 grand with the bonuses. You only got about $15,000 a year in bonus if you hit the bonus level. I hit the bonus levels like nothing. So I went ahead and did my year with them, because I owed them a year, because they paid for my training. They sent us down to New York, train on Wall Street, all that type of stuff, where the Twin Towers were before they came down. We had great training. We got a chance to go to the Financial Reserve, and see how interest rates and money affects the world. But the problem was, when I left there, I went to the private sector, and I started making great money. I mean, crazy money, because I was closing more than $2 million in loans every single month. And I did that for about 4-5 years straight. And I was literally bringing in $250,000, $60,000, $275,000. I never made less than $250,000 during those years. But the problem was, I had no cash flow. Great income, no cash flow. Why? Because I was, living in a $360,000 home. Actually, that's what it cost me. But, big home, big utility bill. I mean, the homeowners association dues were $1,100 dollars per year. That's just how expensive that neighborhood was that I was staying in back then. So I was spending a lot of money. I was leasing 2 brand new cars. I was leasing a brand new Mercedes, and I was leasing a shoot. The other thing I was leasing a um, um, that big Toyota truck, that big Toyota, the Sonoya or whatever they call it, that Toyota, the SUV. I was leasing that. So, you know, money was just flying out. As fast as I make it, I was spending it, and that was my problem. Didn't have the cash flow. You know, great income, no cash flow, and you got a lot of people who are living like that now. So, you know, these are the type of things that you all are going to be addressing. You're going to be addressing, like you said, with the taxes. Okay, you know, you got to know how to defer your tax liability. So these are the things that we're going to talk about. Does anybody have anything that they want to say about this little short intro video here? Nobody has anything they want to say about it. Okay, now I would advise you all in your spare time to go and follow Mr. Brian Bean on YouTube. Okay, he has a YouTube channel, and it's easily to find. Just put in Brian Bean, and you'll find his YouTube channel. It's BR. There he is, right there, Brian Bean, or Brian Bean MWR, or what? I don't know what that is, but there's his YouTube channel. I would advise you all to subscribe to his channel and just kind of, you know, go through the stuff. You know, he has a lot of stuff on here because he was doing his YouTube channel before he got involved with MWR, and his YouTube channel is full of crazy great advice on, you know, your finances and things of that nature and just stuff like that. So just follow him, because if you start going through his YouTube videos and start watching his videos, you know, even though a lot of this stuff was before he got with MWR, but he was still practicing the things that he brought over to MWR Financial. That's why they went out and sought him out. He is not someone he was not one of the originals of MWR, but they saw how captivating he was and the advice that he was putting out. He was a successful mentor to to millionaires. Okay, he was already a successful mentor. So they went to him and said, "Hey, you know, we like what you're talking about. How about see if you can bring some of that over to what we have with this MWR Financial, help us to develop, you know, our training platform, help us to revamp our platform." And when he did that, that's when MWR just took off. And of course, y'all can see how well he's done in it when he came over and kind of started lending his insight to it, and he just, you know, just exploded to the point now where he's with MWR, he's doing 10,000 per day. Okay, and that's not including his car bonuses and all this other. That's his guarantee, you know. And so and think about this. That's outside of his consulting money that he makes through consulting. And you know his YouTube channel is just crazy, bringing in crazy revenue. If you look at all of his stuff here, you look at the if you look at his channel, and he's got 34,500 subscribers. Okay, now that's a lot of subscribers. Okay, because we have about 8,000 subscribers, and our YouTube channel brings in close to about $2 to $3 grand per month. So you can imagine what his YouTube channel is producing. Okay, he has over 1.6 million views. Okay, so I mean, he's been doing it. He's been doing it since 2008. Okay, that's how long he's been doing it. March 27, which is my birthday, in 2008, is when he started his YouTube stuff. I latched on to him about 2009. I was still in the homeless shelter when I started watching his stuff. I became homeless in May 1st, 2008. At the end of 2008, when I was kind of at the height of my Diaries of a Homeless Entrepreneur, and I had, kind of got a little business started, but I was still staying at the shelter. It's when I latched on to his videos and I started watching them. And after I started watching his videos and started applying the things that he said do, my whole life just changed. It just took off. So that's why I'm so convinced that all the stuff that they have works, because I know it works, because it worked for me. I mean, you don't have to sell me on it, and that's why I'm so into learning everything I can about it. And I do know a lot about the stuff that they're talking about because, like I said, I've been taking his advice for so long. I've been following him for so long. So it would not be a bad thing for you all to subscribe to his video, to his YouTube channel, okay? Because you get a lot of great insight. It'll help you with how you explain stuff. It will help you with your terminology. It will give you an education into wealth management and wealth building and how the wealthy work in and out of things. It will give you a great education. All right. Let's go to our next video. Now, when you're on this site, you can go down here. You can watch these videos as they appear on here, or you can also go over here where it says members. All right, you go to members, and you can click on the members site. And when you get to the members site, what it does is it gives you all this stuff to talk about. Y'all see here, Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. This is kind of like you all's training platform area. If you want to get to know more about the products and services, more about about your product and the services of MWR, this is the site y'all need to be going to, okay? And this site is how to shift your income. Let me make sure all y'all have this. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Okay, this is how to shift your income. Over here to the chat. Give me a second. Let me chat it out to everyone. All right, there it is. I hope everyone got it. But that's the site. And then when you get there, you can watch the videos here. But if you want to get to the meat of it, go to the members area. And when you get in the members area, you get more detailed type training videos. Now we're gonna go over these first. We're gonna go over these one by one. Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. Okay. Basically says start, register for all the services, become a success story while you collect other success stories. So in other words, make yourself a success. Then you can tell people about the success that you're enjoying, and that's going to help you to make them successful. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Makes sense, right? Yeah, makes sense. All right. So let's go through each one of these real quick. I always want you to log into your account and make sure that you are a member. What did it do? That's not what I was. Hold on. Why did it tell me to go log into my account? Y'all give me a second here. Let me go back over here. Members area. Where's it sending me to? Make sure it's sending me to the right place. Members, administrative, Money Max, members, access, PHP. Okay, hold up here. Let's try this again, see if it's gonna do it. It keeps asking me to log into the account. Why is that? Hold on. Let's go down. Y'all give me a second. Somebody's making some phone calls. All right, it visit the corporate site. There we go, corporate site. Let's try visiting the corporate site real quick. All right, here we go. Financial challenges, cash flow management, investment income, business income. Yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, now, I was trying to find the other videos, but let's go through these real quick. This is a video on the financial challenges: taxes, credit, debt, big business, inflation. That's kind of like what he just talked about, but this is video number 4. That's 2, 3. Let's start them from the beginning. 4. Hold on. Oh, this is the first one right here. All right.
Money. It's the one topic everyone talks about. We all want more of it. And when it comes to determining our lifestyle, it's almost as important as oxygen. However, for most Americans, it can also be a scary, confusing, or even complicated subject because we've never been taught how to manage it properly, how to earn enough to make us wealthy, or how to make it work for us. That is, until now. Thanks to MWR Financial, you now have access to one company that can provide you with everything you need to shift and grow your income. So, why are you here? It's simple. You're here to talk about money. Whose money? Your money. That's right. We don't believe in hiding behind some fancy sales pitch, and this topic needs no special introduction. As a matter of fact, behind your faith and family, it's the most important topic of your life. It determines where you live, what you drive, the clothes you wear, the quality of healthcare and education you can afford, how and where you can travel, and whether or not you will ever be able to retire. However, if money isn't important to you, or you're just not interested in doing better financially, then I highly recommend you stop right here. Why? Because once you hear this information, you can't unhear it, and you will never look at your money the same again. I also need to mention that the side effects of receiving this information have been known to cause people to sleep better, work smarter, achieve their goals faster, and make more money than they ever thought was possible. So, viewer discretion is advised. With that said, there are only a few numbers you will need to remember: 4, 3, 2, and 1. These numbers represent the 4 financial challenges everyone faces, all of which can be remedied by 3 solutions that are necessary to achieve 2 objectives in life, and it can all be handled by one company. Let's start with the 4 financial challenges everyone faces: taxes, credit and debt, big business, and inflation. From the day we're born, we've all been conditioned to get a good education so we can get a good job. Then what? We give 1/3 of our income to taxes. Federal income tax, state and local taxes, sales tax, property tax, capital gains tax, estate taxes, and the list goes on. And if you're an employee, you can literally end up working 4 months out of every year just to pay taxes, making it the biggest expense for most Americans. Because of this, we then use credit to make up the difference or to finance the lifestyle we want, causing us to go into debt, giving another 1/3 of our income to the banks just to cover our credit cards, auto loans, personal loans, mortgage loans, student loans, and anything else we need to finance. This leaves us with the last 1/3 of our income to cover normal living expenses, things like gas, groceries, insurance, utilities, dining out, and all the monthly holidays or events that are capitalized on by big business. You know what I'm talking about. In addition to birthdays and anniversaries, every month big business spends billions of dollars in advertising to get you to use whatever credit you have available or whatever income you have left on the next big event. Starting with New Year's in January, Valentine's Day in February, March is spring break, April, Easter, May, Mother's Day, June, Father's Day, then 4th of July, August is back to school, September, Labor Day, October, Halloween, November, Thanksgiving, and what used to be Black Friday now includes Brown Thursday and Cyber Monday, all leading up to Christmas in December. Then what? We do it all over again. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't give people gifts or celebrate holidays, but I am saying we need to be aware of how the money game is played in order to avoid being played by the money game. Which leads me to challenge number 4, inflation. Now that our money is gone, we still have the overwhelming task of trying to save and invest enough for retirement. while also trying to stay ahead of inflation. This is what we refer to as the silent income killer, because it happens so suddenly, we don't even realize that the cost of goods and services are increasing faster than our income. Sounds depressing, right? Well, wait till you hear the results. Playing the money game by these rules has over 78% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. Over 70% paying too much in taxes. More than 80% with credit challenges, and over 90% are buried in debt, leaving more than 70% of Americans with less than $5,000 saved at age 65. In other words, the government, banks, and big business have figured out how to shift almost every dime of your hard-earned money out of your pocket and into theirs. So, how do you fix it? Well, I'm glad you asked.
All right. Yes. All right, everybody saw that. That was a nice little intro. Okay. Now, I know that's the intro. Now, but if you watch that video, if you listen to it, you pick up terminology that is going to help you to really explain this to people, help you to really sound like you know what you're talking about. Okay. Did y'all pick up on that too? Because they give you terms, they give you little catchphrases and things within the video that you all should be picking. You all should be picking up on. Okay, just a whole bunch of stuff that they talk about. So try to watch that video as often as you can to just kind of get you in the mind frame and try to adjust your terminology so that it kind of reflects that same type of thing. Because as you're talking to people, you want to be able to tell them that, we've been conditioned to spend money, all the holidays, and all the stuff that they bring up, that in between the holidays, the entire year, we're being manipulated into spending more and more and more money. Okay, we've been manipulated to go into debt. Okay, and then at the same time, we don't really know how to get out of it, and you don't really know how to make your money grow. So, that's a good place to start when you're talking to people about our products and services and what you can offer them. You got to, because a lot of people you talk to, they don't know that they're in trouble. They don't. They just doing what they was taught. They're doing what their parents did. They're doing what the Joneses do. They're doing what their cousins are doing. They don't know that they're behind the gun, right? They don't really know it.
Kevin, how do we get to that video? That's on which site we go to get to those?
I just kind of showed y'all that this is in the corporate site. Hold on a second. Let me get out of this real quick. I wasn't planning on getting out of this right now, but hold on here. That video is part of it. It's the 22-minute video. That's where is that one at? It's the actual video that's in it's on one of your capture pages.
Okay,
that one is on your capture page. You gotta put your information in to get to it, but it's on your capture page. Or you can go to howtoshiftyourincome.com.
Oh, okay, I wrote that down. Okay, you can keep going. I got it.
All right, so let's go to this one right here. Which one did we just watch? Yeah, introducing MWR Edge membership. All right.
Introducing the Financial Edge membership. Your team of financial experts that use proven strategies to shift and grow your income. With this incredible membership, you'll have everything you need to succeed like a financial expert without having to become one, because our experts do all the work. It includes 4 core services that will help you with cash flow management so your income can be shifted back to you, and investment income so your money can begin making you even more money. This all starts with our Money Max tax reduction strategies that include our instant pay raise and your very own Ask an Expert button that gives you unlimited financial advice on demand with top-rated CPAs, CFPs, and enrolled agents with the IRS. These experts will immediately help you stop overpaying your taxes and help you use the home-based business tax laws to pay even less. This one service has already helped thousands of people, just like you, get an average instant pay raise of $300 to $600 per month or more, starting with their very next paycheck. And your Money Max experts will even adjust your W-4 for you to avoid potential mistakes. They'll also review your last 3 years' tax returns to see if they can recover any overpayments your tax preparer may have missed. The results equals tax savings shifted back to you from the government. Credit Max will then help you improve your credit with our credit restoration strategies. Why? Because higher credit scores equals lower interest rates, monthly payments, and insurance premiums. Our credit restoration experts do this by helping you restore, enhance, and rebuild your credit, while also providing you with access to everything you need to monitor and protect it. Credit Max has already helped over 100,000 satisfied customers experience an average credit score increase of 50 to 150 points or more in as little as 2 to 8 months, and you could be next. The results? Interest savings shifted back to you from the banks. But it doesn't stop there. Debt is one of the biggest financial challenges for most Americans to overcome. However, this is no longer the case with our Equity Max debt elimination strategies. By simply plugging into our proprietary debt elimination system, you'll be able to eliminate all your debts, including your mortgage, in record time, without having to pay one dime more than you are right now. This incredible system provides you with a detailed monthly plan of action to maximize the acceleration of your payoff dates and interest savings. The results? Debt payments shifted back to you from the banks and big business. Think about it. How much more money would you have if your debt was zero? And, more importantly, what could you do with it? Now that you know how we can shift your taxes, interest, and debt payments back to you, it's time to put this money to work by turning these savings into investment income. Our Wealth Max wealth generation strategies have been recognized by the wealthiest people in the world as the best ways to save, grow, and protect your money, tax-free, with no risk of loss. And until now, these strategies have been withheld from over 94% of the American population. Why? Because most of the companies that provide these strategies only focus their marketing efforts on individuals that earn $250,000 or more per year, making the wealthy wealthier while excluding the people that need it the most. Well, not anymore. With Wealth Max, you'll now have full access to your own personal team of wealth experts that can analyze your current savings or investment portfolio and help you design the wealth plan that is best for you. And just like all our services, your Wealth Max experts will do the work for you. Their first goal is to help you set up and structure your own self-banking private reserve account. Imagine being able to participate in stock market gains without ever having to experience those scary losses. And how would you like to be able to borrow from yourself while the money you borrowed continues to earn interest, as if it never left your account with no taxes, fees, or early withdrawal penalties? Well, now you can. And best of all, you can now participate whether you are already wealthy or not. In addition to being able to become your own bank, our experts will also help you participate in one of the oldest and most profitable wealth-building strategies, land banking. This strategy gives you the ability to buy land in the path of growth that is located and purchased for you by real experts with a proven track record of success. They can even show you how you may be able to become a landowner without ever having to write a check. The results? Your money grows and works for you, and you become the bank, instead of ever having to depend on one again. With that said, it's important to mention that everyone's financial situation is different, and results may vary. However, with your own team of financial experts, you'll have peace of mind in knowing that you can get confidential and compliant results provided by licensed and qualified experts. In other words, you never have to share any of your personal financial information with the person that shared MWR Financial with you.
All right, let's talk about that one here for a second. That kind of went through the different services that you all have access to and that you all can offer. You know, I'm here again. These videos are designed to upgrade your vocabulary, to upgrade, you know, your repertoire of when you're talking to people so that you're able to intelligently and competently explain and speak on these subjects, because the first thing people notice when you're trying to talk to them about something, what's the first thing they notice? If you know what you're talking about, right? Right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you look. We've all had this experience. Someone was trying to tell you about something that was so great, but then they they didn't know what it was themselves, and really could not explain it to you in a way that made you feel confident about it, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, long
exactly. I mean, that's like when people, like when the first person that tried to explain Bitcoin to me, you know, I mean, yeah, you know, and
they
then
like, huh?
yeah, and then they turn around and offered to sell me 12 Bitcoins for $72, but they didn't really explain it to me in a way that I could clearly feel confident about it or understand it.
Right.
And so I passed on it, and that was a great offer, right?
It
But
was standing. Yeah. It was
yeah,
serious.
yeah. So it doesn't matter how great the offer is. It doesn't matter how great the product is. If you cannot explain it, if you cannot talk intelligently about it, you know, people they're just gonna see this. You know,
Yeah.
that's all they're gonna see. They're just gonna see your lips moving because they're not even gonna try to listen to anything that comes out of your mouth once you start talking about it. And if you're talking and it doesn't make sense, so you want to be able to take people through the process and let them know. Say, look, the first thing that we've got to do, and the first thing you've got to understand is that, you know, you're in debt. Okay, so and the first thing that to take care of is to take care of your credit. Get your credit scores up so your interest rates come down, and that way it saves you money. All right, and then the very next thing you do is to get your tax situation right, so that we can show you. Actually, that's the first thing you want to do. You want to show them how they can save more money from their taxes. And how do we do that, you all? What site? Where is that at? That's in your where? That is in your marketing site,
Yeah.
right? And you go over to instant.
Those are leads.
Yeah, instant pay raise leads, right? You click right here, right? And then there's a site right there. It pops up. You click it, and there it is right there. And on this site, you can basically have people to go to it, or if you're talking to, let's say you're talking to a truck driver, right? You're talking to a truck driver, and you say to him, say, look, the first thing I want to do just to prove to you that we can do what we say we can do, because I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you how I can find you more money without you doing any more work right now, okay?
Right.
So you sit down and you say, all right, and this is perfect for people in the trucking industry because they drive a lot of miles. That's all they do, right? I mean, that's your job is to drive thousands and thousands of miles.
If they don't out there.
Yeah, you always out there. And so you go to me and say, look, not only does these services for you, but they're for your family too, you and your spouse. So let's go through it. How many miles do you drive in your truck on average per week? What's your average run? Well, I usually run about 700, 800 miles. All right, great. How many loads of those do you run each week? I run about 3, sometimes 4. So let's do 4, right? I always go for the max. So you take that 800 miles, you multiply times 4, and you put that number in there, right? So in that case, here's what we're looking at. Let me go to my calculator here, and let's make sure we can show everybody how we're doing this. All right, so you take the, if he says not driving about 769 miles, no 800 miles, so you can take 800 miles, right? He said he runs about 4 of those loads per week. That times 4, that gives him 3,000 miles. Then you go and ask, all right, now how many miles do you drive in your personal vehicle when you're not in your truck, you and your wife both? Well, I don't drive that many miles for my personal vehicle because I'm hardly ever home. So I probably do what, when I'm on my off time, when I'm home, I'm usually home, every other weekend, or I try to get home, every weekend. So when I'm home, I'm only driving on the weekends. So I'm driving about maybe 30 miles, to and from, places, on Saturday, and then, maybe another 30 on Sunday, and then that's it. So about 60 miles per week, basically, right? So
Yeah.
so you're gonna do 60 times 4, right? You're gonna do what's that? 60. You're gonna do 60, 60. That's 120 plus another 60. That's what?
180.
180 and the fourth
240.
one 240. So another 240 miles. So you're gonna do 240 miles, per week. All right, that's 240. Now, how many miles do your wife drive? Well, she drives a lot of miles because she's home. She's doing all the errands. She's taking all the bills, taking the kids to school. All this stuff. So obviously she's driving a lot of miles. She's doing about she's putting about 90 miles on the car per day, 7 days a week. So you figure about 70 to 90 miles per day, 7 days a week. We got 3440 right there. So if you got 90 times 7, you're looking at 630 miles a week plus 3440. So that plus 3440. So there you have your miles each week. Multiply that times 4. That's 16,280 miles per month, right? So then you go back over here, you plug that in.
Right.
What was that? 16,280. So you go and you plug that in. 16,280. Somebody, you might want to turn your TV down or off or mute your mic or something while you're on here because it's coming through very, very loud. Thank you. All right. So that's your miles. When you put that in, that shows you that they can save what? $79,316 in deductions. That's how much they get to claim in deductions on just the miles. Now that's impressive right there by itself, right? Because I guarantee you when he did his taxes last time, he didn't have that type of deduction on his miles. Right?
Right.
And that's about average for a truck driver. So this is something that you all should be able to sell to truck drivers with no problem whatsoever. Then you get cell phone calls. They say you, your wife, your kids, everybody all combined. If you're on a plan that's paying $60 a month for each cell phone, you got you, your wife, and your kids. So that's 60 times 4. That's $240 a month right there, right? That's $240 a month on cell phone. That's your deductions on. You get to deduct $28.80 on your yearly deductions for your cell phone. Then you got your internet expense. If you got the average, good internet, the kids are on there playing the games and stuff. Your wife is on there, watching P-Valley or something. Y'all must not know what P-Valley is. Okay, I ain't gonna get into that, but it's on Showtime. Check it out sometime. Okay.
P-Valley?
Yeah, P-Valley. Now, before y'all start hanging me out to dry, after you go watch it, my wife is the one that turned me on to it. Okay. Yeah, my wife was hooked on that show. And she said, man, she said, Calvin, boy, you gotta watch this show. So she got me hooked on it. We went back to Hulu and started watching it from the beginning. I'm like, oh my God, the very first episode is what shocked me. So, that's the show right there, P-Valley. All right. All right. So,
Oh, Big Valley?
No.
Oh, P-Valley.
P-Valley.
I'm like, okay.
I'll leave it up to your imagination what the P stands for.
Right.
But it's a show about, where is it said, Mississippi or Louisiana? It's one of them. Yeah, it's set in like Bite Waters, Mississippi, and the show and the show is it's all about this strip club in Backwater, Mississippi. You know, like good old Southern.
It's like,
You know,
we got to see it.
Yeah, you got to see it. So that tells you what the P stand for. That's why it's called P Valley. Okay, so it's crazy. But anyway, you know, the wife's home, checking out P Valley, you know, and everything. The kids, you know, on the internet. You in the truck, you on the internet. You got your, you got your dish TV and all that type of stuff in there, or your what's the one they got with the dome on the top now, where you get your sports package and the internet.
Right,
the dish.
Dish.
No, it's not the dish, but it's what's the other one?
Direct.
Direct TV. I used to have the thing, the Direct TV satellite with the internet and the and the ESPN sports and all that stuff. So your internet is running you about 320, 340. All right. So
right.
So you're kicking it with the internet and all that type of stuff, home and in the truck.
Don't got it, get it, so you can write it off.
Oh yeah, exactly. Get it so you can write it off. All right, meals. Now most people like me, when I was out, driving, I was spending about $30 to $35, per day, on meals when I was on the road. $30 to $35 per day. So if you're looking at, about like what I'm talking about, you're spending $30 to $35 a day. Let's see, $35 a day times 7. That gives you $245. Now, what are they spending at home? Okay, grocery shopping, eating out, all that stuff. I guarantee they're spending about $300 a week on meals, on food, right? Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, some people spending $400 a week on food, but
if you got kids.
Yeah, so if you got kids, you spend some money on food, so it's gonna be between $300 and $400. So let's say $350. So that plus $350, a week there. Now you got 24. Is that right? No, hold on. We had 245, right? On 35 times 7, so that was 245 plus 350. Let me go back. So you got 245 plus 350. There we go. Now there we go. $595 per week. Multiply that times 4.33 weeks in a month. Look at that. You'd be amazed how much money you spend on food. That's $2,576.35 spending on food. So let's go ahead and plug that in. $2,576 per month. $2,576.35. Look at your deductions on that. Another $15,458.10 on your deductions you get to take on that. Let's go to your travel expenses. Now, if you're a truck driver, you're always traveling, right?
Yep.
What expenses do you have in that truck that you're always traveling? Okay, other than food, all right? You got your little knickknacks. You got, when you have to get your tires and stuff redone, when you have to pay for fuses, when you have to pay for your wind, every load you get, you got to take it to the weigh station, right?
Light bulbs,
toes and scales.
You got to take it through your weigh stations. What about fuel? Because it's not on here.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's all part of your moving, right? You got to move.
Well, if they do mileage, will they do fuel? Will they do both? They do mileage?
But fuel is an expense. Mileage is just mileage on your vehicle for wear and tear, and what you're putting on. So fuel, that's an expense when you're a truck driver, right? That's a separate expense, right?
Yeah, because what is it? The surcharge you get back.
Exactly. So fuel, that's an expense right there. And on average, the fuel is what, $2.75, $2.79 per gallon, right? On that diesel, right? So let's look at that. You got, let's go 2.79, and that's in your cheap states, right? 2.79, and you're averaging about what? Let's see, 2.7. Let's see, let's figure it out. The truck only gets 5.56 miles to the gallon. So we hold up. I'm in the wrong place. Hold on. 279. Okay, yeah, I'm in the wrong place. I need to go to my. Thought I was in my calculator, but I wasn't. Hold on. Let me go to my calculator. All right. Yeah, because we calculated. All right. So let's go here and let's do our. All right. Truck gets 5.56 miles to the gallon. All right. Divided, and you're averaging, on average, 5.56 miles to the gallon, and it's what, $2.79 per gallon. All right. So let's figure out how many miles you're driving. How many miles we had on there? What were the mileage? Hold on. What were the miles again? The miles were 16,280. So we can figure this out for all the, for everything. We're gonna lump in the car miles, the truck miles, the whole 9 yards. So 16,280. So you get 5.56 miles per gallon. I think I'm doing divided by 16,280. All right. So what's that? That's about 3.3. Hold up.
350, 341.
Yeah, 341. But what is that? But what does that represent? Is that
spin that around?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I got to do it the other way around.
Divide your miles per gallon.
Yeah.
Into your mileage.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm trying to determine how much fuel you're burning. How many gallons you're burning.
Oh, you need the speed limit then. You need to just put an average.
No. There's a hold up. I'll figure it out. There's a calculation for that. Let's see. What were we doing? We did 16,280. Let's try it this way. 16,000
divided by the speed limit, isn't it?
No, it's not divided. No, it's not divided by the speed limit because you're doing
different speeds, but their average is.
No, I mean we already know that the average is 5.56 miles to the gallon.
Right. So that represents miles per gallon.
Exactly. We already know that.
So if you divide that, and divide that into the mileage.
5.56 miles to the gallon. So 600. So you divide that by 5.56. So you need about. So you need. So you need 2,928 gallons. All right, that's what you need.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to figure out how many gallons we need, and then you can multiply that times what? $2.79 per gallon. Gotcha. All right, that's how you do it. You multiply that times $2.79 per gallon, and that tells you what you're spending on fuel each month.
A huge expense.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's just on the fuel. So that's $8,169 on your fuel each month. Okay, that's for your home car and your truck you're running in. All right, so go here. So what was that again? That was $8,169.28. So looking at, and then you probably got another $1,000 per month on other travel expenses. So $9,169. $9,169.
Showers.
Exactly. $9,169 because you got your incidentals, you got your shower. So and all that other stuff you're doing. $9,169. So that's $9,169. So there you go. You got another what? 11. What's that? You got a deduction of $110,028. Now y'all see how the rich get out of paying taxes?
Right.
Now you got health insurance, right? You got your premiums, you got your wife's premium, you got your your son or your daughter's premium. What's the average premium for health insurance? Usually about what? What are you paying monthly on health insurance? And God forbid if you had some type of procedure
Precondition.
or illness or precondition, when you was paying.
250 for a whole family. About
Yeah.
250 for a wife and kid.
Yeah, so let's say 250 per month, right there. All right, so that's 250 right there. So then you're gonna plug in the 250.
That's cheap.
That is cheap, because I'm thinking more like 400-500.
Yeah, 5 or 480 somewhere in there.
Yeah. I'm thinking more like 500, man. I mean, look, I have.
Oh yeah, I was speaking from a W-2 who had got it from that job.
Now
about $7,000 per year for family insurance.
Now I'm a disabled combat veteran, so I don't have to worry about that. Federal government takes care of all my health and dental and eye and all that type of stuff. My wife has it through her job, through her business. She has workman's comp. She pays $500. She pays $500 a month per person for workman's comp. Okay, for each one of her employees, she pays $500 a month. Okay,
Black people don't like employees. Like,
yeah, it gets expensive, boy.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go with that. That's another $6,000. So number of children that you can hire, let's say 2. You got 2 kids that you're gonna hire in your the thing there. So now your total annual deductions, $227,762.26. Now, if an owner operator made $250,000, guess what?
Most of that gets wiped out.
No, if he only made $250,000,
yeah, he can
right?
deduct.
But his deductions are $227,000. He's gonna wind up not really owing much on tax.
Right. It reduces his tax liability.
Exactly. A few $100 at most. Right? God forbid if he made less than $227,000, he don't have any taxes to pay. Y'all see how that works? Okay. So let's look at how much it will save him in his monthly check. Okay, calculate it. So you gotta put your name and all that stuff in. Let me put somebody else's name. Cause I put my name in last time. I'm gonna put, but I need some real. I need a real email address and real phone numbers though. Who's who want me to put some stuff in here real quick?
GOODE.
GOO. Hold up.
Golf, Oscar, Delta, Echo.
GOO. You say DE?
Yep, Delta, Echo.
Okay. All I need is the first name.
Yep.
Then the number.
586 855 9219.
And an email address.
Golf Tango WYCHE. Charlie CH. Take that T out and put a C there.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, CH. C is in Charlie, H Hotel Echo @gmail.com.
Boy, it just got cold today. Then it was warm yesterday, wasn't it? I just came from the north, so I don't know. I'm just assuming.
All right, look at that.
Yeah.
Y'all see that? Monthly savings, $3,416.43. Now that's $3,000.
All day.
Now look, now, y'all. Now remember, this is recorded now. So now let's look at this.
I know I'd have been in too long now, cause
hey, your mic is open.
Feel like 55.
Your mic is open. I don't know who you're talking to, but your mic is open.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. He had a conversation on the phone, his mic wide open. All right. So That's monthly savings. So that's actually $3,416.43 that goes back into his check every month.
Right.
Right? Now, right there, that's enough right there to get him started off with a nice little what? Private reserve banking account, right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you take that and put it right in it. Yeah.
And get this, that's every month. He ain't gonna miss it, right? Because he's used to paying it. He's used to not having that much back, each month, right?
Right.
So he ain't gonna miss it. Might as well put it somewhere where it's gonna help make him a millionaire. You all see how this thing, if you know how to work this thing, it's hard for anybody to tell you, man, I don't like that.
Right.
It's
I mean, if they can tell you that, but they'll miss this.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for somebody to tell you with a straight face, no, I don't need that. I don't,
Right.
I mean, it's going to become almost impossible for them to tell you that, I can't use that. I'll be dog if you can't use it. And look, we are in the perfect industry to what we should be bringing. We should have a lot of these services sold.
Yeah.
You ain't got to try and get them to do because they're in that truck. They ain't got time to try and work the business. But we should sell a lot of the services through our products, through our core products. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Right.
All right. Because that's a lot of money right there. Extra $3,416.43 per month that can go in his private reserve bank account. By the time, look, with that kind of money right there, $3,416. With that kind of money right there, I'm show y'all what that would be in 6 months. $3,416. Oh, hold up. I'm in the wrong doggone thing again.
Yeah, the calculator up there.
Yeah, there we go. 3,416. In 6 months, he would have put $20,496 in his private reserve account. Now, here's the kicker with that. The first month he puts it in there, if the private reserve account, is tied to the market gains.
Right. That's
the market, and the market shows gains every single day. It either shows what? Gains or losses every day, right?
Right.
Right.
This is how people make so much doggone money in the market. All right. Now, now you may have we've commonly heard them say, yeah, this is the 30th straight day of gains. Y'all heard that term, right? This is the 20th or the 40th straight week of gains.
Yep.
That's common. And then you may have 1 week of losses. But guess what? That don't affect you because your money is tied to the gains. When it starts doing the losses, your money freezes. Freeze. Stop. It freezes. And then wait for the gains to start back going up again. When somebody going up, your money goes up. Your money rises along with it. It's like it gets right here, and then the market drops off. Your money sits there and wait for it. When the market comes back by, it latches on to it and rises back again. All right? That's how millionaires are made in the stock market, in the financial markets. Because there's a difference between the stock market and financial markets. Y'all do know that, right?
Right.
Exactly. The stock market, you can make a ton of money really, really, really fast, but you can lose a ton of money really, really fast too. On buying and trading and stock, that's called trading, right? Y'all know what that is. That's called you're playing.
Yeah.
You're playing the markets. You're not riding the market. This is riding the market. That's called playing the market. Now, in playing the market, it's like gambling almost. But if you kind of know what you're doing, you can make a load of money in a very short period of time. But I'd rather make
short period of time.
Yeah, but I'd rather make my money this way.
That's true.
Let your money ride the gains, and you ain't got to worry about none of the losses, right? So this is how people are getting rich. But normally we couldn't participate in that. Why? Because you had to have a minimum of $50,000 just to have a what? Private reserve account.
Yeah.
Now you don't. so let's take a look at this. All right. So that's $20,496. Let's remember that. Now the first month he put it he put it in there. He put in, what was it? It was 34.16. So the first month you put in your 34.16. Now let's say the market goes up 3%, average 3%, or 2.25% gains each day, right? For that whole month, right? So that's that times 2.25%. So it equals, so it's gaining by $76.86 per day. Now, I can't even do this the right way because that means I have to adjust my numbers each and every time. Because that 34.16 now becomes what? That now becomes 34.16 now becomes that right there, 34.92. And the next day, now the money you make on that is gonna be different. It's gonna be higher than what? The 76.86. Why? Because there's more money, right?
Right.
And your next day gains is tied to that amount, not to the old 34.16. Now it's tied to 34.92. You all see the ingenious part of that? That's called exponential growth. You all see the ingenious part of that?
Yep, that's right.
I mean, we'd be all night if I tried to calculate it like that, but that's the ingenious part. That's how much your money would grow because it's tied to the market gains. Well, this is great stuff. Now, on top of that, so let's go ahead and take, our 76.86, right? Let's do that. Actually, it's not even going to be that because that's just going to be for the first month. So let's say for the first month, 76.86. Let's just do on flat. Let's do a flat 76.86. We're not even calculating the extra gains it's making with the extra money, and we're just doing it just on the regular old, common, the elementary math way. All right. So let's do this. So for the first 30 days, that times 30, that's what you're looking at on your return on your money in 30 days. Now look, you don't get that kind of return in a whole year in your bank. Right?
All right. No.
I mean, come on. You put $3,500 in the bank, and in a year you ain't gonna have no $5,000. You ain't gonna have no $5,500. You might have $3,600. If that. It might move 30, 40, 50, 100 bucks. If you got,
it may move less because they charge you 25 to service.
Oh yeah, let's not forget about that. They got to pay them just to hold your money in the bank.
Right. It's crazy.
so look, that's in the first 30 days. Now after 30 days, he's putting in another what? 34.92, right? Yeah. Almost another 34.16, because that's how much money he's saving each month. So each month he's taking that savings and he's diverting it towards his what? Private reserve account. So that all you do is shake your head. Here's the good thing about this. This is real money, y'all. This is a real situation because we all know that that's about what you do when you're driving a truck.
Right.
Okay, this is not. We're not making this up. This is real. This is real circumstance.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a lot more than interesting. It's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a lot more than that once I get my stuff together and open up my private reserve account. and I hope you all are doing the same. Okay. I can't wait to see how much. I'm gonna start diverting. The bulk of my money is going, into that. That don't need me keeping the bulk of my money in the bank when the bank is not giving me any type of returns like that.
No, banks ain't gonna be around when this cryptos takes off.
Oh man, what you talking about?
Because you're gonna have it's gonna be encrypted only to you.
Yep. That's where my money is, in cryptocurrency, and gonna be in the private reserve banking account. All right, so that's your gains for your first 30 days. Woo, Lord have mercy. Now after 30 days. Right, so that's gonna be so when you hit 30 days, you're gonna have in this account that plus 34.16. So now he's sitting on 57.21, and he's gonna pump another what? $34.16 in because he saved that much that month. He's diverting his savings, the money that they showed him the money that they showed him to save. He's putting it right over there because he ain't missing it no way. $34.16. All right. Now he's got $9,137. Look how you see how that you see how the wealth is just growing right in front of your eyes, month by month, day by day. Do you see that now?
Right.
Now you're starting to clearly understand how people become wealthy riding the markets. Okay? I mean, and here again, knowledge. That's all it is, y'all, is knowledge. Knowledge is what separates the rich from the poor. That's it. Not what family you was born in, not what color you are, not what side of town you was raised on. None of that. It's knowledge. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter. Knowledge. If you got the knowledge, you can act on it. If you don't have the knowledge, you can't act on it. Plain and simple. It's just knowledge. All right. So now we're sitting on $9,137.80. Now, let's say this next month, the market, it shows gains. Let's say it does a little bit better than the 2.25%. Let's say it does this month. Let's say you have a big month, because sometimes the market have big months.
All right.
See them where it's had 16% gains, 20%, stuff like that, right? So, because look at what Bitcoin is doing. Have y'all looked at, those of you who got Robinhood, have you seen your Bitcoin account lately?
No, what does it go down?
No, Lord, it went up.
Oh.
It jumped
Oh, yeah.
because it was hanging around 98 to 10.1, right?
Right.
Guess what it jumped up to?
14.
Almost 13.9.
Oh my God. Let me see. Hold on.
It done jumped up to about 13.9. I just looked at mine today. And I saw that Bitcoin, I was like, whoa. I made some money this past month in Bitcoin because I hadn't looked at it in about 2 or 3 weeks. And when I looked at it today, it was just like, oh my Lord.
It's at 13,656.
Yeah. But look at where it was like earlier today.
Yeah.
I think a couple of days ago, it was all the way up close to 4. It was like at 14 something. So it's been doing its thing. You know what I mean?
It was at 13,151 on what is that date? At 5:55 a.m. today.
Yeah.
So it jumped real quick.
Yeah, it's moving. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow, if I wake up and look at it, it might be around 14.2, 14.5. Which we all said that once we get closer to this vaccine, y'all remember me talking about this a while back?
Yeah.
Y'all remember
3
talking
months ago, it was at 10.
Yeah. Look, when I got into it back in March, it was at 30, it was at 37, at 34 to 3,600.
Yeah. See,
that's when I got into it. Okay? And remember me telling y'all back then, about 5-6 months ago, I was telling y'all there was going to be an income, there was going to be a shift in wealth. Y'all remember me talking y'all? Y'all remember me telling y'all about that? I told y'all there was going to be a shift in wealth. All right? And you can literally see it happen right before your eyes.
Year ago, what was it?
Yeah. So
no, a year ago it was at 6.5. Shoot.
Yeah. So this coronavirus is really going to make a lot of people money if they got on the right side of the ship. That's what I was telling you all. You need to take your money out of these brick and mortar companies. Sears, they're out of business now.
Cash too. Cash is losing money.
Exactly.
Value
cash is losing value. Brick and mortar companies, they're closing up left and right. The internet-based companies, they're booming. Amazon, Grubhub,
give you an update.
All that stuff is booming.
Postmates is going to give Amazon a run for their money. Coming up. Stay tuned.
Hey, you're probably right. But here's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting to see who's gonna buy TikTok. Cause I done went ahead and got me some TikTok stock.
Right.
because I'm waiting to see who's gonna buy it. Somebody's gonna buy it, and when they buy it, it's gonna be bought for a healthy amount. I'm talking about probably close to $100 billion. TikTok is gonna go boom. Okay, and I'm waiting for somebody to buy that. All right, let's get back to what we're talking about. All right, so now we're sitting on that right there. Now let's say you get some market gains this next month. Okay, let's say it goes up, nice little penny, up to 6% gains. Not nothing crazy, you know, just 6% gains.
Right.
Right? Hold on. I did that wrong. 9137.8. I did that wrong. 9137.8 times 6%. There we go. Yeah, that's right. So $548.27 is what your money's growing by. Now y'all see how big of a jump that is from the last month? Because he put in another what, 34.16, right? That's money he's saving, and right, it's more money, right? So when you put and it's a little bit higher rate, even if it was at the same rate, it would still be almost $400. You see what I mean? And the last time it was just what, 76, I'm 86, right?
Right.
Now it's all up to 548.27. Now, if you got 30 days of that type of gain, woo, talk to me, y'all.
We'll be having a party. What do you call it?
Look at that. With that, for 30 days of gain, that means your money just grew by $16,448. So now you take that 16,448 and you add that to what? The 9137, right? That plus the 9137.8 equals that. Look, in 2 months, you've gone from 34.16 to 55,585, right in the market. But you're on that bad boy like you the big kahuna on the big wave. You surfing. You ride that market, right? You just ride it.
Man.
You got you one of them. You got you one of them big waves. You know, and you ride the market. Now look, y'all.
Land value right there.
Yeah, and now look, and every week. Every week. No, we miscalculated. No, it's every month. That's right. Every month, he's adding another 34.16 to it. So it's like, look, it's like you're hitting it from both sides. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, you can't lose like that.
Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali.
Exactly. You hitting it like when Tyson used to do it. When Tyson used to duck down and he slipped that jab, and then he go to the body, and then he do a rapid fire and come back to the head. But he would go to the body and cause you to lean over to it, and he meet you as you was leaning. Well, Tyson used to work that to perfection. I've seen Tyson work that to perfection. He go right to the body, almost like a kidney punch. Boom. And then he come right back up with the same right hook. Where?
Landing it.
Exactly. And you got your momentum that's leaning you this way because he just hit you in your side and you leaning like this. So the momentum of you coming and his fist going, that's it. That's it. I mean, he used to do it so quick and so smooth. He like slip and then he like slip and boom, boom. Down you, and that was a lot of his knockouts. That's just like this. You're getting hit from both ways. You got the market you're riding with that interest going up each day, the daily gains you're making in the market, plus you're adding 34.16 every single month. Look, we can do this up until we hit 12 months, right? Let's just stop with the gains right here, and let's just go with whatever the gains were here. 16, what's that? 548, well, 16, yeah. Let's just go with this gains right here, 548.26. And from this point, I mean, we can just keep, doing the numbers. Look, it's gonna be probably, if we keep doing the numbers the way we're doing it, it would come out to be almost 7 to 10 times more of what we're about to calculate right now. If we just stop, our gains right now, let's just say it all stagnated where the only gains you was making was this right here right now. 548, what was it? Yeah, 548 per day in your gains. Okay, let's just leave it at that. So if you're doing that, 548 per day, we've gone through 2 months, right? So we got, how many months we got left? We got 10 months left to go, right? So if you was just doing just that 548, right? So you got that. Somebody remember that right there, all right? So let's do the 548 on your gains. And let's say if you was just doing that each day times, that's your gains each day, 30, 16,000, that times 10. That's his gains, y'all. That times 10, that plus 25.
You're gonna need an accountant.
580. Oh yeah. Look, you gonna need somebody smarter than me to do it for you.
Right.
All right. So look. On the low end, you're looking at about $190,000.
Yeah, you'd be a millionaire pretty fast.
Yeah, your first year with that. Exactly. That's why when you see these people get into the markets and you see them, people are always, because I've always wondered, what's so great about the markets? All I see is 3%, 6%. The most I've ever seen in games was like maybe 40 or 50% gain.
Right.
And that happens in a couple of months and then it tapers back off and then it goes back. So what's the big hoopla about it? I never understood how people really make that much money in the market. But then
They make it in futures, not futures.
Yeah. And then I started realizing there's a difference between the stock market and the money market. I'm sorry, the stock market and your financial markets. All right. The stock market is when you play, that ties into the financial markets too. But it's but you got your S&P and then you got what? It's the S&P. It's all different types. It's all different types of stuff.
NASDAQ, S&P.
Exactly. You got your NASDAQ, your S&P. You got all these different things. Yeah. Then you got your financial markets. Then you got your stock markets, and then you got your trading. Now you can make more money in trading stock if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, don't even try.
Option.
Yeah. Don't even. You're trading the options, but don't even attempt it if you don't know what you're doing.
If you don't know what you're doing in options, you'll lose.
Exactly.
Verify that.
I've seen people go, I'm talking about in the matter of a few weeks, go from zero to being millionaires. But I've seen the reverse too.
Right. If you're doing options, the one guy committed suicide because he didn't understand the options he put in on the put side. And on the sell side, when he should have sold what when his option contract came up, he should have sold it. He'd have made the money, but he was confused about it and thought he owed that money. He didn't have $1 million plus in the bank.
So
that was owed to him when he was selling it.
Yeah. So he killed himself about money that he was making.
Right.
thinking it was money he had lost.
Yeah. He should have flipped that when he sold the contract.
Exactly. Now look.
When they called his option in.
Yeah. Now look. You don't want to get involved in that if you don't know what you're doing. But this is the best way.
Drive you nuts. You won't sleep.
Yeah. Look, this is the best way to go. That private reserve banking, let your money ride the markets. It's tied to the market gains, not to the market drops. All right. So right there, we showing you how you can take your average truck driver. Okay, you showing how you can take your average truck driver, plug in their numbers, and show them, first of all, how they can have an extra $3,000, almost $3,500 in their check every month.
Mm-hmm.
Then you turn around, since they weren't used to getting that money no way, say, look, man, you ain't gonna miss this money. You weren't used to getting, so let's show you how to reinvest that money and show you what you can reinvest it in. With your private, financial experts, they're gonna put your money. They're gonna suggest you put your money in something called private reserve banking. Now, let me explain to you what that is. Private reserve banking is tied to the market gains and not the market losses. So that means that if you take this 3416, you put it in your private reserve bank, it's going to gain percentages every single day that the market makes gain. And the market does something every day. Either goes up or it goes down, but it does something every single day. And since the invention of the markets, it's always been a steady this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. But it's always steadily going up. It takes dips and dives, steadily going up. But guess what? You ain't got to worry about the dips and dives. All you got to worry about is the gains. Because that's what your money is tied to. Because as it's gaining, your money is growing by whatever percentage it is that particular day. When it dips, your money freezes right where it is.
Right.
It freezes. It's like getting a rate lock. Boom. Freezes right there. When the market comes back up and it goes back above to where your money was last at, your money starts riding right along with it. It's like he just got a lasso and woo, and grab that horse and just ride with it. He just keep riding. And then when it dips, it freezes. When it comes back up, it latches onto it again and rides some more. So that way, you're always experiencing growth and never experiencing what?
Losses.
You can't beat that, man. And that's that's the knowledge that wealthy people have had for a very long time. And I know you didn't know it because I didn't know it. But now we know. I know. And now I pass that knowledge on to you. So now let's get you in a position so you can make this a reality. You see how easy that sale is? That's why I tell y'all to share your capture pages. You all should be sharing this page with every truck driver you run across. Every time you talk to a truck driver, all these trucking sites, these trucking things, you all should be sharing this on you. You all should be creating a. What's it? You have these challenges. Y'all ever see when they have these challenges on Facebook?
What about them?
All these challenges they have, the cold water challenge, the ice water challenge, the drinking this type of challenge, drinking Drano challenge, or whatever. They got all kind of challenges. You all should be on Facebook in these trucking groups.
Challenge.
And you all should be putting in the what? What's the name of this? You all should be creating a challenge on what's the name of this?
Oh, instant pay raise.
Yeah, you should be doing your instant pay raise challenge. Okay, I'm serious now. Now I'm gonna give y'all a head start because I can't get on Facebook for the next 2 days and 3 hours now. But I'm telling you, if y'all ain't got that challenge going, my challenge is gonna kick your butt because I'm gonna come with it. I'm gonna be in every trucking group. I'm gonna be in all Truckers United. It's got 60,000 plus members, and I'm gonna be doing the instant pay raise challenge. Come on now, y'all got to come up with these marketing campaigns to put this stuff out there. You got to find the inventive ways of putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're selling, but you ain't selling.
Right.
You're daring somebody to see who can raise their pay, who can give themselves the highest instant pay raise. That's the challenge. It's called the MWR Financial Instant Pay Raise Challenge. I just gave y'all one. All right.
How much money can I save you?
Exactly. Let's see who can raise their their monthly check right now, their weekly and monthly check. Let's see who can get the highest instant pay raise. That's the challenge.
That's
the
good
challenge.
That's a
right?
good one.
Exactly. I know it is, man. Every now and then I hit on a good one like that. And look, that was just off the top of my head. I ain't really think about that. Okay, so every now and then I hit on a good one like that. So that's it. The Making Wealth Real Instant Pay Raise Challenge, the MWR Financial Instant Pay Raise Challenge. I want to, by the time I get back on Facebook in two and a half days, I want to see that everywhere. I want to see everybody. Man, you heard about that Instant Pay Raise Challenge?
Hey, how you do the post on the Facebook? You just grab posts? You do it as a post?
Yeah, you just create a challenge. You can create a page. You can create a page for your challenge, or create a group for your. Just create a group page. I think you got on Facebook where you can go over there and create a challenge.
There you go.
Right?
Okay. Got it.
I think you can do that. And then you can share it on Twitter and Instagram and all over the place. The Instant Pay Raise Challenge. Let's see how much money, how much we can raise your income by, starting with your very next paycheck. Now, y'all want to know where I'm getting that from? I'm getting it from right here. I'm getting it from right here on the site.
Yeah. It's on the what do you call it? PowerPoint.
Yeah. So let's create a challenge. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create this challenge, and in the challenge, you all gonna give a link to the challenge software. Right? Take the Instant Pay Raise Challenge. Let's see how much money we can increase your very next check by. Some people have increased their checks by $600, $700, $1,000 a week. And this is not hypothetical. If you take advantage of the challenge, that's real money that could be coming back in your pocket every week. Click on the challenge software, input your numbers, see how much money we can get you back. That's the challenge, y'all. You know, everybody likes to play games everybody likes these challenges, right? So let's start doing them. Let's take advantage of social media. Take full advantage of it. All right? Because I guarantee you, anybody who takes the challenge, when they see that, they ain't gonna want to go back to, well, shoot, I want that money, right?
Right.
Right? And then that's your way in. That is your way in. Then you can go in and start being a real service to them. You've shown them one thing of how to increase their money, right? You shown them one part of it. Then you go in and say, now, I've shown you how to increase your money by an extra $3,500 per month. Now, let me show you how to take that extra $3,500 per month and turn it into almost $200,000 by the end of the year. What? Yes, sir. Because the financial experts that we're giving you access to now, they can go and show you how to turn that into $200,000-$300,000 a year. By way of what?
Challenge.
No, but by way of what? Your private reserve banking account.
Yeah.
Exactly. By way of the private reserve banking account. What is that, you ask, because you don't know? Let me tell you. You know about the stock market. Okay? You also have the financial markets. Private reserve banking is where your money goes into a specific type of investment account, but it's only tied to the market gains and not the market dips and drops. So as the market goes up, and the market has gains every day, the market moves every single day. Market don't take a day off because it's raining outside. No, the markets are open every day, 7 days a week. Sometimes on holidays, they'll shut it down and come back, you know what I mean? But that's it. The market gains and let's not talk about the holidays. You know the market makes some serious gains during holidays, don't it? Because people spending money, right?
Right.
Right? Christmas, they talk about how the holidays are designed to take money from you. We're gonna show you how to make the holidays. We're gonna show you how to strategically structure the holidays to help you make bigger gains. Look, this is great stuff. Look, I mean, I don't care how you look at this. This is great stuff. I mean, we can train all night on this stuff and still not touch but a tiny part of how much this is going to help you. Not just you, but your clientele. Okay, I don't know a truck driver who could not benefit from just this right here by itself. Right? Right?
Right.
This is the perfect tool. This is the perfect tool for our industry.
Yeah, it is.
It's perfect, man. I mean, come on. Nobody drives more than a truck driver. Nobody wastes more money on the road than a truck driver. Nobody has as less time to take care of their finances and stuff that they need to take care of than a truck driver.
Indian food, but I don't get me some.
They're always away. They're always gone. They're always on the road. Their mind is on other stuff. So let us help you to get your finances in order. Let us help you to increase your financial health. Let us help you to do what? To know your millionaire date. Now that's the kicker right there. When you ask them, do you know your millionaire date? Huh?
Yep, I got mine.
What the hell you mean? Do I know my millionaire? Oh, you got yours already?
Yep, I got my consultation tomorrow at 10.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So what's your millionaire date, man?
I don't like it, but it's October 2038. That's based on my current income right now, but that can change.
Oh yeah, you're gonna change that when you start getting involved with with what you're doing and because you're not gonna stay at the same level. You're gonna add more to it. You're not gonna stay at the same level. You're gonna add more to it. Okay.
And my debt-free date is December 2022.
Oh, that's right around the corner, man.
Yep.
Because look at this. Once you become debt-free, then you can devote all that money to where?
Right to the private bank.
Exactly. And then once your private reserve bank hits more than 40 grand, you can get into what? Land banking.
Yep.
Now, I've got a plan for us to get in that land banking quicker than that. Okay, we're going to use the 100 strong business model. Remember I told you all about that? Y'all remember when I told you all about my idea for the 100 strong?
Yeah, I remember that.
All right. We're going to take that same model, but instead of putting that money into JP Morgan Chase, guess where we're going to put it?
Private reserve.
Exactly, because we'll be bringing in $2 million. Because with our fundraisers, now look, some of you all are probably just going to say, well, I don't want to do the fundraiser. I'm just going to put $1,000 in, twice a year. I mean, you can do that, but don't do that. Okay, yeah, you can do it, but do the fundraiser, participate, have some fun. Let's do the fundraiser. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do car washes for my fundraiser. Yeah, I can afford to just throw $1,000 in it, but that would be taking the cheap way out. I'm going to do the fundraiser, and I'm going to do car washes. I know at least 5 convenience stores I can go to. Hey, Tony, because I know the owner. He knows me and my wife. We were raised. Tony's Quick Mart is over on the south side of town on Lake Bradford, right down the street from my wife's house that she owns, that she lets her father live in. And he's right around the corner. Right around the corner from where I used to live on Stuckey, because Tony's on the corner of Stuckey and Lake Bradford. So when I first came out of the homeless shelter and got that little 1-bedroom apartment that the government was paying for, that's where I was. They didn't get your apartment like in the good side of town. They got your apartment in the cheapest place they can find. So that's where I was, and that's how me and my wife became so close. We was just we were just best friends back then. Okay, but that's how we got to know each other. That I used to I used to, help her walk her dogs. When I was walking home from work, I used to walk home from work. I got off at 11 o'clock. I'm walking home from work. It's almost midnight. I would stop by a house. We would talk for about an hour or two, and then I'd walk on home and all that type of stuff. So, I'd be talking to her on the phone. So that's how we got to know each other, right? And because we were both struggling. We were both, struggling. And Tony has watched us because I used to go over to Tony's, and he used to let me put my little flyers up about my little cell phone business and stuff I was doing, when I first started out. He used to let me put my flyers up and stuff, about my cell phones and my used laptops, that I was selling. I was buying them from China and buying them wholesale and selling them retail, little game things you get, you get them from, you order them from China, you only pay like $27 for like it looks like the Sony, the PS2 made in the same factory, just slap a different name on it. And you get it for like $27. You got 3,000 games already loaded up on it. I would turn around and sell them for $140. That was my hustle. I got it pretty good. I got up to the point where I was ordering about 400 or 500 of them things, and shoot, come Christmas, I sold all 400 or 500 of them. You see what I'm saying? But that was my hustle. And Tony he helped me to do a lot of it. He let me put my stuff in his store, had my little booth up there and everything. And for a long time, he didn't even charge me anything. He said, "Nah, Calvin, you good." So I know I can go over to Tony and say, "Tony, look here. I'm having a fundraiser for my company, and we want to wash some cars. And if you allow us to wash them out here, in your parking lot, I'll pay you 20 cents for every dollar we make."
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Now, how many of y'all can do the same thing? How many of y'all know your corner store or someone there in the neighborhood that you know that you can do that same thing with?
I've done barbecue plates.
Exactly. That's a good one. Because you'll do almost $1,000 a day with barbecue plates.
They drive it up by the cars. Like,
barbecue plates, mullet fish, brim, like catfish. I mean, really. Now, if you like the fish, you go out there, you sell them that fried fish plate, people gonna stop and buy that. They'll pull up. You can be on the side of the road with just your little, deep fryer out there.
Deep fry pot.
And they'll put their flashes on the part and pull up on the side of the road for you. I'm telling you now.
Ready. It's like, shoot, I don't know no other places giving it to you hot and ready.
Yeah, especially if you got that hot salt and mustard. You slap it on. You slap it on a piece of. You slap it on a piece of white bread.
Right.
Put that mustard and hot sauce on it. There you go, man.
You're like, go get some more fish. You run it out.
Look. Let's do this and do the fundraisers because it's fun. It gives us something to do. It's fun. You can get your kids involved. You can get your church involved. You can get, do the fundraiser. It's a 90-day fundraiser. Now,
I mean, young kids are doing it now. They're doing Kool-Aids. They're making little toys and stuff and giving it to kids.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you want to get crazy, you can open up a GoFundMe account.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, come on. I mean, but it's a 90-day fundraiser, all right? So in the 90-day fundraiser, we get 1,000 entrepreneurs. We got over 1,681 members of our platform who are paying $29.95 every month.
Right.
So we should be able to rustle up 1,000 members for the 100 strong. Now, in doing that, all those 1,000 members are going to be MWR financial too.
Right.
Right? So we have this fundraiser. We got 1,000 members of the 100 strong, right? Everybody puts in $1,000, right? 1,000 members, $1,000 at the end of the fundraiser. That's $1 million. We do that twice a year. That's $2 million a year. So that's $1 million that's going into the private reserve and $1 million that's going into what? Land banking. Oh my God. Right?
And it's growing.
And it's growing. Because we're doing it every year. You're pumping $1 million in every year. Pumping $1 million in every year on the land banking. Because look, the minimum that you have to do land banking is $40,000. So we're pumping in $1 million, right? You can basically break that up, divide that by 40,000. And that tells you how many properties that we will have stake in at the end of that, each year. Hello, y'all hear me?
I hear you.
Y'all hear me? These are properties that are in the path of growth. All we gotta do is just sit back and wait. Oh yeah, they finna put up a super Walmart over there. Yeah, our land is right over there.
Here it comes.
Oh yeah. What? Did Amazon say they want that spot?
Okay.
Woo, Lord have mercy. Look, that's all we gotta do. Right? Now, all this requires is us just to take action. That's all it is. It's not hard. It's not like we ask y'all to do something impossible or do something crazy or do something stupid or do something that you just can't do. We're talking about fundraisers, y'all. Just have a 90-day fundraiser, right? In 90 days, you could probably raise $20,000, $30,000, at least 10, right? So that means you got 1,000 that you're putting towards the 100 strong that's going into the land bank and whatever. And then guess what you're doing with the rest of the money you got? Open up your own private what?
Bank.
Yeah, your private reserve bank. So we got our own private reserve banking account, but then we got the group private reserve bank account, the Assurance USA, Team Assurance USA private reserve account.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. You see what I'm saying? And then every year we get to watch and see how our money grows. And then anybody that wants to pull out, we divvy up the percentages evenly. You take your percentage and you go do what you want to do. Or better yet, don't do that. Everybody could borrow from the private reserve, and as we pay it back, we collect the interest on it.
There you go.
We literally become not just our own smaller banks, but we have one big conglomerate bank. See, I'm looking at what they have there, but I'm looking at us. We're going to take it and we're going to supersize it. Okay? We're going to take what they have and we're going to put it on steroids. They don't see us coming. Just like nobody saw us coming in the trucking industry. Yeah, we got big ideas, but guess what? They're ideals that we can actually do.
Right.
They're not dreams. They're not dreams. No. They're goals. The difference between a dream and a goal is what? A goal can be attained. A dream is just a fantasy.
It's a dream.
Exactly. So what we're talking about is goals, and goals we can easily obtain if we just take action. That's all we got to do is take action. Y'all hear me say that all the time. I can provide you with all the tools, resources, these great products and services, but you ain't gonna make a dime with it if you don't what? Work it. If you don't take action. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. We just got to take action. I promise you all, if we do it and take action, the numbers don't lie. All right, we can't. I told y'all a long time ago, I love numbers because I don't care how you twist them, turn them, shape them. You can't make them lie. You can't make 1 + 1 be nothing but 2. Right? And 2 + 2 ain't gonna never be nothing but 4. I don't care what language you write it in, right? It doesn't. It's the same thing. I don't care if it's in the summertime, wintertime, or spring or fall. It's still the same thing. It doesn't change. All right. So that's what I like about numbers. Okay. And like y'all heard me say so many times since we left on this, the only difference between wealthy people and poor people is knowledge. And now we have the knowledge. And we're gaining more and more knowledge every single day. So all we got to do is start sharing the knowledge, showing people this stuff like this right here, getting them to come to the capture page, getting them to come to the doing the challenge, okay, the instant pay raise challenge, right? Put it on Facebook, take the instant pay raise, use the instant pay raise estimator and take the instant pay raise challenge. Look, that's what it is, y'all. All right, let's watch another video real quick. I love this. I love this MWR. I mean, I
Yes, I'm just, this is, it's all over the place.
Oh God, I love it, man. And the great thing about it, not a whole lot of people know about it.
No, they're not, and they can't give bad reviews, so they flip it to try to put it in their favor from whatever vehicle that they're in.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, this is great, man. This is great stuff. I mean, all right, let's go over here. What do we leave off? All right, we're over here now. All
Which one?
Solutions everyone needs. That's where we at. All right, let's go and start that one.
Now that you know who took your income and how they shifted it away from you, let's talk about how we can shift it back to you. Starting with answering the question, what is income shifting? In short, this is a financial strategy we use to shift income back to its original owner. Who's the original owner? You. You worked for it. You earned it, and you deserve to keep it. And for this shift to happen, there are 3 solutions everyone needs. Number 1 is cash flow management. Number 2 is a business with business income. And number 3 is investment income. Cash flow management is where your income is shifted back to you by minimizing your taxes, debt, and your expenses. Owning a business with business income is what allows you to reduce your taxes by being able to increase your deductions. This also allows you to control and own your income, while eliminating income limits associated with the job, especially if the income is residual-based. This gives you the ability to create leverage and add to your income every month, instead of constantly trading time to replace it. And last but certainly not least is investment income. This consists of savings or investments that generate compound interest, capital gains, or dividends, as well as businesses you own or invest that are operated and managed by someone else. So the income you earn is passive residual income or royalties that do not require your time or labor. The key to accomplishing all of this is based on how quickly you can make the shift from an employee or self-employed person to a business owner, and then eventually to an investor. Here's why. As a W-2 employee, you earn wages, and your wages can currently be taxed up to 37%, depending on where you live and what tax bracket you're in. That's over 1/3 of your gross income going to taxes, which is why most people's net income actually looks gross. But seriously, this also makes employee wages one of the highest taxed forms of income. As an employee, you work, you pay taxes first, and then you get to spend what's left, constantly trading your time for money, when there never seems to be enough time to make all the money you want or even need to make. However, as a 1099 business owner, you earn profits, not wages. And instead of being taxed up to 37%, business profits are taxed less, at an average of 0 to 23%. This is exactly how Amazon made billions of dollars and paid 0 in taxes. However, you don't have to be as big as Amazon to play by the same rules. As a matter of fact, you could be an employee that also owns a business, and you would still be able to reduce the amount of taxes you have to pay on your wages, thanks to the additional tax deductions that are available to business owners only. You see, as a business owner, your business works, the business spends first, much of which can be deducted from the total amount you earn, and you are now taxed on what's left, instead of the whole amount. Being a business owner provides you with the best way to beat inflation and income limits, while also allowing you to leverage other people's time instead of just your own. A wise man once said, "I would rather be paid 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own." He was right. Just ask your boss the next time he's playing golf or on vacation while you're at work. Leverage is also the fastest way to reach your financial goals, and the income a business can provide, along with the tax saving associated with business ownership, are also the keys to generating the additional cash flow needed to eliminate debt and become an investor. As an investor, the income from your investments are taxed at just 0 to 15%. Your money works 24/7. It reinvests itself to make even more money. It never calls in sick or makes excuses, and the profits from your investments are taxed less than any other form of income. This is exactly why the wealthy continue to get wealthier, while also being able to enjoy the time and financial freedom their investments provide. Sounds amazing, right? But you're probably wondering, where do I find all these solutions? And why are they so important? Well, don't worry. We've got you covered there too. You see, the solutions we just discussed are designed to help you achieve the two objectives everyone works for. Number one is your current lifestyle, which is what you labor for now. And number two is your future lifestyle or investments, which determines when and if you will ever be able to retire with the time and financial freedom needed to actually enjoy it. With that said, the only thing you need now is a way to make it all happen. Well, look no further, because we have the one company that does it all. MWR Financial, your personal financial strategies company that provides you with everything you need to shift and grow your income. By partnering with us, you'll be joining the Make Wealth Real movement, where together we can provide American families, including yours, with everything they need to overcome the financial challenges created by our tax, credit, banking, and educational systems. So you can live the current and future lifestyle you want. Our goals with this movement are to eliminate $50 billion in consumer debt by creating 10,000 millionaires and over 150,000 six-figure earners, giving you and millions of others the ability to collectively generate over $100 billion in investment income. So, how do we make this all possible for you? By providing you the three solutions you need: cash flow management and investment income through our Financial Edge membership, and a business with business income by participating in the MWR Financial Business Opportunity. Let's take a look at each of these so you can see for yourself how they work together to help you make wealth a reality.
All right. All righty. All right. That was, which one was that? Okay, yeah, it was number 2. All right. Look, everybody. Taxes is a mother, ain't it? Look. Look, I got my own personal views on taxes. To me, it's like some of y'all not old enough to remember back in the day. Even in the neighborhoods growing up, they had like these guys that would run these rackets where you have to pay, percentage of everything you earn. The stores and stuff, they would come by and they would, basically take your money till you owe 30%. You know what I'm saying? Like the mob. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
That's I mean, what's different between that and the federal income tax?
A name.
Exactly. The name IRS, the IRS, and the other one is the mob. It's one of the same. They operate the same way.
That way.
Yeah, they operate exactly the exact same way, right?
Take everything if you don't pay.
Yeah, either you pay or we take everything if you don't pay. Come on, man. So but there are legal ways for you to keep them from taking that. There are legal ways to shelter your money. Okay, not tax evade, but shelter your money. Okay, and look, when you seriously think about, before you even get your check in your pocket, they done took 1/3 of your money. That's on top of now. Hold up now. They take 1/3. Let's look at this from a standpoint of the numbers again. All right. Let's look at it from the standpoint of the numbers again. Let's see here. I can't really get out of it right now, but let's just take a flat $100. All right. If you get $100 and they're taking 1/3 of it, right? That means you're gonna get about
63 cents.
Yeah, you're gonna get about $70, right?
Your
Out of that $100 you made, you're gonna take home about somewhere between 59 and $70, right? Right?
Right.
All right. So they done took, let's say they took $30 right off the top. That's that's a third. They done took $30 right off the top. One third. All right. That leaves you with 70. Now, you got your $70, right? let's say you go and buy something that costs $10, but here in Florida they're gonna charge you what, 11% tax. Again. Now, why are you paying 11% tax when you just had them to take 30% of your money, right? Off the top. But when you go to the stores, and anything you buy, you're paying anywhere from 6, 7 to 11, 12% tax, right? Now, the guy at the store will tell you that's because I got to pay tax too. So they ain't just collecting money from you; they're collecting money from him too. He had to pay taxes on the stuff that he bought wholesale to put into the store. Then he got to pay taxes on the money he made for the stuff he already paid taxes on the wholesale he put into the store. And so then he turns around and charges you tax that he's got to pay tax for.
Oh yeah, collecting.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's a racket. It's a racket. It's a racket. And we have all been conditioned to swallow it. Have we not?
Terrible.
Yeah, we don't even complain about it no more.
Just pay it, you know.
Yeah,
walk away.
Exactly. We don't even complain about it no more. You know, I mean, that's like somebody coming up and robbing you at gunpoint, and you saying thank you very much. We don't even complain about it anymore. That's how bad it has gotten. But that's the reality. Okay. Now, the wealthy, they've always figured out how to avoid that, how to shelter the bulk of their money. Because if you're putting your money that you're saving and you're earning and you're putting the bulk of it into that private reserve account, that is still considered an investment account, which means you don't pay any taxes on it, right? Even when you borrow money from it, you don't pay taxes on it because it's a loan. It's not income. It's not revenue. It's a loan. You just went into debt with yourself.
Right. Pay yourself interest.
Yeah. So, I mean, you gotta be a rock to not see the ingeniousness of the whole thing.
Yeah, you can miss it.
I mean, come on. It's not hard to see why the wealthy keep getting wealthier and the poor keeps getting poorer. That's not hard to see at all. But it's also not hard for you to see yourself going from that poor side to that wealthy side. Because now you have the knowledge. It's not hard at all. How many of you all right here, right now, see yourselves and your future in a whole different light than you did just 2 weeks ago?
Absolutely.
That deserves a thumbs up.
Oh my God. I mean, is that not, if anything, if it's not a lift in your spirits, especially after everything that we've gone through, coronavirus, 2020, it's crazy. You know, politics and just, you know what I'm saying? Riots and police and shootings and killing. Now, since we've gained this knowledge, all that stuff seems like it's just washing away, don't it? You know, I get up now and I'm like, man, I'm ready to go. I have my laptop here in the bed with me. Look, I'm right here. I have my laptop in the bed with me. I be in the bed going over MWR stuff. It'd be 3 a.m. I cast it right
here.
Look, I cast it right up there to my TV, right? I cast it up there, and I'm sitting right there in that bed, and I'm going over MWR stuff. I fall asleep with MWR Financial on the TV set. A lot of y'all not. Because that's how exciting it is. That's how into it I am now, because it's like it took me 10 years, 8 years really, since I got the knowledge. I started following I started putting these things, some of these things into place that Mr. Brian Bean was talking about before he got with MWR. And it took me 8 whole years to get to millionaire status. And that's just in assets. Now, I don't have $1 million in the bank, but this is going to help me put $1 million in. This is going to help me put 2 or 3 million in the bank. You understand what I'm saying? So technically, yes, it took me 8 years to become a technical millionaire. Okay. Now, I have 2 classifications. I have what's called a true millionaire and a technical millionaire. I'm a millionaire by technicality, right? If I needed to, I could come up with $1 million if I liquidated everything I have access to. But can I write a check for $1 million? No, can't do that. But I can see myself in 8 months, 9 months. I see myself to be able to write a couple of checks for $1 million with these strategies now, because my mind is just it's wide open. I mean, I called Wells Fargo today and kind of got a scope of everything I've got. It's okay now. If I take out 10 grand from here, 10 grand from here, 10 grand from here, 5 grand from this investment account, 6 grand from this investment account, how much can I come up with to put into this private reserve banking?
Putting them on notice.
Exactly. I'm putting them on notice. I don't want them to think somebody's done kidnapped my wife and I'm trying to draw money out to pay a ransom. Call the FBI over it. Mr. Butler came up here and drew out about 45 grand. No. I'm just reallocating.
Yeah, and most of the gurus I've been listening to, they was like, sure, I want to have more than 122, more than 100,000, 200,000 liquid, and the rest in vehicles, because the dollar is going down and down every day.
Yeah.
Look at China.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is. Look. That's why this land banking is so important, man. That's why we need to get together and do that 100 strong business model that I've been trying to put together. I actually came up with that one back in 2014, 2015. Yeah, when I first came out the truck, and I came up with that idea. That was back when I was living in that storage unit. I had moved into a storage unit when I first started the RBBS platform. The brokerage, my brokerage firm, RBBS Transport, LLC.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
Hey, is there a penalty from pulling money out of like a annuity, and put it into that trust fund?
Yeah, you gotta pay no, not if you pull it out and put it right back into another investment.
Another vehicle, right?
Exactly.
For investment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You got 30 days when you draw your money out. All right, you got 30 days to reinvest it, or you're gonna pay a penalty on it.
Well, no, you don't keep it. I mean, it don't come to you. Actually, you're just taking it out.
Yeah,
and then put it into a vehicle.
Yeah, just put it into another vehicle.
And there's no penalty, right?
No. Because I think the way it works is, I think you will pay a penalty, but when you put it back in, because it came from one investment account going to another investment account, the investment account is going to, you get a certain hike on your percentages,
taxes,
to compensate for it, because you went from one to the other. You get to take certain deductions. Because that balances it out.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
okay.
Look, man,
because I'm trying to move annuity.
Yeah. You got all these different types of. There's so much stuff.
Does MWR, do they have something like that where you can? Yeah.
What?
I mean, they handle that, right? I can just give them that paperwork, right?
Yeah.
The paperwork, they'll fix it.
They're your financial experts.
Okay.
Tell them that I'm trying to get this money. I want to take money from here, and I want to put it in my private reserve account.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be happy to help you out.
Okay.
They'll be happy to help you out.
Because I was gonna put it in another one, but
if they can't,
I don't want to leave it in cash.
Yeah, look, if they can't do it directly, they'll give you the advice.
Right. Okay.
They're your financial experts. Okay. Look, this is like someone just made you wealthy. You can afford to go out and get you some financial experts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or they're there
yeah,
already.
yeah, $79 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the firm that handles all this, you know, they're making a killing.
Yeah.
Every year, when they add more and more people to MWR, their money is going up.
Mm-hmm. And they move it into the land trust or
Yeah,
something.
look, you know they crazy about MWR right about now. I mean, they're crazy about them. That's why we can get in and not have to come up with 50 grand just to open up the account.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're looking at the bulk.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
volume.
it's volume. So, you know, they're making a killing. They don't latch on to something. I mean, this whole business model is just ingenious, man. I mean,
Everybody's talking about it.
I mean, how can you? I mean, you can even take a wealthy person that's not doing this, and they'll be ready to jump on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can take celebrities, you can take, you know, media people. You know, everybody can see the value in this.
Right.
You know, because it addresses the one thing that nobody ever really talks about. You know, I mean, we talk about some people being wealthy and some people not being wealthy. We talk about, man, you see how much money Jay-Z making, this and that. But has Jay-Z ever sat down and shared with you how he's making that money?
Right. He invested in something.
Because he ain't making all that money just by selling his rap.
Yeah, I think he stopped rapping for a while.
Yeah. So you know all of it didn't come from that.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with these ball players. So yeah, they make a lot of money, but they're making more money on their investment side. They're making more money with their financial advisors. You know, like I said, they're putting money into all this different stuff. You know, they save the whales, save the silverbacks, you know, all this stuff, so they can get deductions, so they can write it off. Because the write-off is saving them more money than it costs them to donate.
Right.
That's crazy. But you know, those are the facts. And this is what we've latched on to. Okay, that's why we've created an entire training night just for this. I'm gonna be putting in in this back office and the Assurance USA back office. I'm gonna be putting the links to this Zoom and the links to the Monday night one with MWR on their platform, where you all can invite people to them every Monday night and listen in, you know, and let them, you know, tell them how it works and all that type of stuff. They have one every Monday night, they have a Tuesday night one, and they have a Wednesday night one. Now they're done by 3 different MWR groups now. There's Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, but we've gotten the okay to go ahead to invite our people to all 3 of them.
Okay.
Okay, so Monday night it'll be Chuck. I think Tuesday night is Mr. Bean, and Wednesday night I think it's the young ladies. But we've gotten permission to, you know, come to all of them, to invite our people to all of them. And then every Thursday night they'll be with us.
Okay.
Okay, they'll be here with us every Thursday night doing our product training, because you know they don't do product training with anybody else. Y'all know that, right?
No, we didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. What? Because everybody else is not structured like we're structured. Okay, everybody else that they're working with, they're just doing this, you know, as an individual.
Right.
You know, we're doing it as a company because we're making the MWR, our financial, we're making it part of our core products. So we have to know when we're talking to truck drivers, because we can't just invite truck drivers to the meetings and let them flip them over to them. Why? Because the truck drivers, they got to get up early in the morning. They got to ride. A lot of them driving at night. They're not gonna be able to come to the meeting. They ain't got time for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you go to a trucking company, let's say you mess around and get in front of, we go and we pull up all the trucking companies that have the bad CSA scores, and we go in and talking to them about the legal protection and the products, and this will fall right in line with what we're.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So when you present it to a trucking company that's got 500 drivers, and they say, "Yeah, we getting this for all our drivers," man, have you not just hit a home run?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to know what you're talking about. You ain't got time to say, "Well, we're going to invite you to a group meet." No, you got to know what you're talking about. You got to know the product. So that's why we are in a little bit different situation than everybody else. We have a bigger advantage. We believe it or not, we are a big deal to MWR.
Yeah.
We really are. We are a very big deal to MWR because of how we're set up, because we don't have to worry about the funding of how our people are going to afford the startup costs. And because we have the ability to pull together with our fundraisers and money that we put in, we have the ability to come up with large sums of money in a relatively short period of time, and just throw huge amounts of money at the private reserve banking and the land banking. You see how that puts us in a different light?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now all we got to do is act on it. All we got to do is do the things that we say that we're going to do. Do the 100 strong. I am going to send everybody. Matter of fact, I want everybody to go to our LinkedIn 100 Strong page. We have a page on LinkedIn. You go to linkedin.com and pull up the 100. No, it's the 100 strong. The 100 strong. Okay, you'll find it on LinkedIn. We got a Facebook page for it too. You can find it on Facebook. The 100 strong. I want everybody to join. Okay, there's a bunch of people on the Facebook one. There are people that I tried to work with before, but they just would. I don't know. It's hard to break people out of their old habits. You know what I mean? And when you're talking to them about J.P. Morgan Chase, some of them understood it, a lot of them didn't. But with this is 100 times better than J.P. Morgan Chase. Do y'all agree?
Right.
This is 100 times better because now we can just do the exact same thing that we were setting out to do with J.P. Morgan Chase, raise $2 million per year, and we've shown you how that can become very easy. It's not hard to do. Once we get 1,000 members in, it becomes so easy it's like child's play, man. Like you said, fish fries, barbecue plates, you can sell hamburgers and hot dogs,
Right.
sell Kool-Aid, sell cookies and cakes and pies, car washes. I mean, a fundraiser is a fundraiser. You got, and on top of this, you got all this other stuff. You got GoFundMe, and like crowdfunding, and all these other platforms you can take advantage of on the net too to go along with your fundraiser. And look, $1,000 ain't nothing to come up with. It really isn't. When you think about it like that, it's easy to come up with $1,000.
Close.
Shoot, doggone fish fry and a car wash, you'll do $1,000 a day on them fish fries. I'm serious now. You get you some barbecue plates and a fish fry, you'll do $1,000 a day on that every weekend. So that's $2,000 a weekend, at least $1,000 a weekend, $500 a day.
That's easy.
That's at least $1,000 a weekend, right? And you're having and we're doing 3 months. We got 3 months on the fundraiser. $1,000 a weekend. You got 4 weekends. What? Is it 4 weekends? Yeah. You got roughly 4 weekends every month. 4 times 12, that's $12,000. Right? That ain't hard. That ain't hard. Probably lose weight too if you're doing the car wash like I plan on doing. You out there washing them cars, I lose some weight. Help me all the way around. Right? Take $1,000, you throw it into the 100 strong. We take our $1 million, we put it into the private reserve account. That's the first thing we do. The second time we do it, we take our $1 million, we go for the land banking. Every year, do the same thing. $1 million in the private reserve, $1 million in land banking. And then the other 11,000, 10,000, 9,000, some of y'all might raise 15, 20,000. The rest of that, you put that towards your own private reserve bank account and your own private land banking account. You see how we about to take what great products they have, and we finna supersize them. That's the only way I can think of. I mean, we finna, like Martin, we finna make it blow up. You know, no, we gotta supersize it. Because with their great ideas and the ideas that we can come up with, I mean, it's hard to stop that type of momentum. Now, is it not? It's hard to stop that type of momentum that we have going right now. All right. So that was that one. Now we go over here to this one, the financial edge.
Are you one of the millions of Americans trying to figure out how to do better financially or how to become wealthy, but you don't have the time to get a financial education or the money needed to hire the right people to make it happen? Well, what if I told you we have the solution? Introducing Financial Edge, your own personal team of financial experts that use our proven strategies to secure you and your family's financial future. Imagine what your life would look like if you had a team of experts that could increase your take-home pay immediately, reduce your taxes, restore your credit, eliminate your debts in record time, and provide you with the best ways to save, grow, and protect your money tax-free with no risk of loss. Sounds incredible, right? Well, for less than the cost of a cup of coffee per day, you and your spouse can now have everything you need to take your finances to the max. Here's how it works. Our Financial Edge membership consists of 4 main components: Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. Let's take a look. Your ability to build wealth starts with understanding how to keep more of your hard-earned money and how to avoid making bad financial decisions. With Money Max, you'll have unlimited consultations with real CPAs, certified financial planners, and enrolled agents with the IRS that can provide you with the answers to virtually any financial matter, starting with how to qualify for an instant pay raise. This is our proven strategy to increase the take-home pay of W-2 employees, starting with their very next paycheck. With this strategy, we've literally helped thousands of people just like you increase their take-home pay an average of $300 to $600 or more per month, and you could be next. But it doesn't stop there. Your credit scores affect almost every area of your financial life. Where you live, the car you drive, your interest rates, down payments, and even your car or homeowner's insurance premiums. Credit Max works to improve your credit scores with our comprehensive restoration program. Our credit restoration experts have spent the past 3 decades helping over 100,000 people, just like you, realize average credit score increases of 50 to 150 points or more, while also helping to rebuild and maintain your restored credit for long-term financial success. And best of all, our experts do all the work. Don't let low credit scores keep you down. Improving your credit scores not only affords you with the obvious privileges, it can literally save you hundreds and even thousands of dollars for years to come. And these savings can be used to accelerate the elimination of your debt, because the longer you're paying creditors, that's money you can save. Invest or pay yourself. Debt is what keeps most people from ever being able to build wealth, and Financial Edge helps solve this problem with our Equity Max debt elimination program. Imagine paying off every debt you owe, including your mortgage, in half to 1/3 of the time or even less, without having to spend 1 dime more than you're currently spending. This can potentially eliminate years of unnecessary debt payments while saving you tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. Money you can now do something wise with financially, instead of continuing to add to your creditor's wealth. You now know how our financial experts can increase your cash flow by helping you reduce your taxes, restore your credit, and eliminate your debts. However, the most important part of building wealth is getting your money to work for you. And that's exactly what our WealthMax experts can do. With WealthMax, you'll have unlimited access to your own personal wealth strategist that will develop the right wealth plan for you, and you'll immediately be able to take advantage of the best ways to save, grow, and protect your money tax-free with no risk of loss. Imagine becoming your own private bank, where you can benefit from stock market gains without ever having to participate in those scary losses. And you can even borrow from yourself while the money you borrowed continues to earn interest, as if it never left your account. Or how would you like to buy land at 20 to 40% below market value without ever having to write a check? These are the same secrets and strategies previously reserved for the wealthiest people in the world. And thanks to MWR Financial, they're now available to you. As an added benefit, Financial Edge also provides you with exclusive access to our Debt Resolution Center, where our team can analyze past due taxes, student loans, or any other bad debts you may have, and determine the best method to eliminate these debts once and for all. From increasing your cash flow to providing you with the best ways to build wealth, Financial Edge is the complete financial solution you've been searching for. You and your family deserve to have the best in life. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today and let our experts help you get there.
All right, look at everybody. I don't know much more to say about what we have at our our fingertips. I really don't. What time is it? It's like 10:28. All right. I'm gonna try to push this to about 11 o'clock, and then we're gonna call it quits. But look. This is great stuff. Okay. Like I said, I haven't been able to get on Facebook for about 28 days. So y'all know I'm ready, right? Y'all know I'm ready. I got all types of ideas in my head, the challenge, all types of stuff I'm putting together. I'm gonna put together a whole Facebook page, a Facebook group. They got have y'all joined the MWR financial group on Facebook?
I don't think so, but I have a question for you about the video we just seen. It
Oh yeah.
said that you don't really need, you don't have to write a check in order to invest in the land. But then we know that we need a minimum of 40,000 to invest in the land. So I'm confused on how that works.
Well, you ain't got to write a check to invest in it, because once you put in your 40 grand, they're going to evaluate, the areas of growth. And then with all of the money that they have available, what they do is they go in and then they purchase large sums of land. Now, based on if you got 40,000 in, that gives you a nice healthy chunk of that percentage. It's like if I went into a partnership with, let's say 4 people, right? And we came across, 10 acres, and it was being sold for $100,000. That means the 4 of us, if we bought it for $100,000, we all got, the even amount of money in, right? So when someone comes along and says, we're gonna, we need this land, we'll pay you $1 million for it. What's our cut? You see what I'm saying? You each get your prospective cuts. You got it?
I get it.
Okay. Or it may be a case where they may have like 100 acres or 60 acres, and then they're taking the people who are in, and each person gets, so many acres. So when someone comes in and says, I need this land, right? Your acres is part of that plot, right? So you could, I'm not exactly sure how it goes, so don't quote me on this, but I'm just, from what I know about land, because I was a mortgage broker, so I know a little bit about real estate. If you have acre, let's say 1 or 2 acres, and everybody else have 1 or 2 acres, whatever the case may be. Someone comes in and says, okay, we'll pay this much money per acre. Well, if they need the whole thing, and someone else has already folded for $1 million for their acre, and you're one of the last 2, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Sell the land or hold on
Yeah,
to it?
but you're probably gonna hold out for higher amount because they need the whole plot. You see the position it puts you in? It puts you
Right,
in.
I understand that. I was just confused on it said that you don't never have to write a check in
No,
order to
because
purchase this land, but we still need to invest. So I think I'm
oh
just
yeah,
confused on
I
that
mean
part.
yeah,
But
I
I
mean
understand how it goes.
yeah, I mean of
Yeah,
course you
if you,
gotta of course you gotta invest.
yeah.
I mean, you can't buy land without investing. You got to invest. There's no way for you to buy land without having something tied up in it. But because of your part,
Right.
because you're part of a large group of people who have put their money in, right? You can get larger plots of land, and so which means you have your percentages.
No, I just went to go.
You get your percentage of the returns when it sells. Take for instance here in Tallahassee, there's a lady on Magnolia. She owned a tree farm right there on Magnolia Street. It was about 22 acres. It was 22 acres right there on Magnolia Street, a strip on in Tallahassee. That her and her husband had that land for about 50, 60 years. Back when there was nothing even on Magnolia Street. It was just a 2-lane highway. Now it's a 4-lane highway on the east side. They got all types of stuff all going up around and all over the place. But stuff was going up around her 22 acres. Right in the middle of a bustling metropolis, you had 22 acres of pine trees and her house. But you got a bank right there on the other side. You got the IRS building on the other side. You got this shopping plaza and Walgreens and CVS on the other side of the street, and you got the AT&T store and the Jim Mills barbecue. I mean, just all this stuff is going up around her, right? Even the Florida Lottery building was put behind her. That's when they bought the 10 acres for the Florida Lottery building, the big Florida Lottery building, because we in Tallahassee, you win the lottery, you got to come to Tallahassee to collect. So the Florida Lottery building, which was a big deal, it went up right behind her land. And all the time, she's still sitting there. Her husband died years ago. She's still sitting with the land. Come to find out, they made her an offer. The first offer they made her was for, I think it was $4.5 million. She said no. All right. About 3 years later, they made her another offer. It was like 10 to 11 million. She said no. About 3 or 4 years later, they made her another offer, and it was for 15 million. She said no. They made her an offer about 4 years ago for 28 million. She finally said yes. You see what having property, land in the path of growth does for you? Because they gotta have it. They gotta have it. If they want to put up what they need to put up, if they want to make that area, create growth in the area, they gotta have the land that you own. But you gotta get the land, ownership of the land, before it becomes that value. You understand? So in order to do that, you gotta have large sums of money. You can't just do stuff like that and go in and say, well, I'm gonna put in, $1,000 and I want to participate, some land bank. No, you got to have large sums of money to do that. But the program is set up to help you to accumulate that kind of money, though. Now, within our network, we're set up to where we can do some things where we can get that money almost immediately. Right? Look, we get all our members together, and we get 1,000 members to join the 100 Strong. If you join the 100 Strong, you're part of MWR, right? Right?
Right.
If you join the 100 Strong, you got to join MWR. Now, if you're in our existing network, we'll pay for your startup costs. But if you're coming from outside of our dispatchers network and outside of our Insurance USA network, those people that come in, it's a small investment to be part of something huge. Because our game plan is solid, is it not?
Yes.
Our game plan is, I mean, not trying to toot my own horn, but that's as solid a game plan as I've ever heard. You know, you get
I like the
$1,000.
game.
Huh?
I like the game plan.
Oh,
My
yeah.
pastor say you a player.
I love the game plan. I mean, look, you know, the game plan is as solid as anything I've ever heard. So all we got to do is put the game plan in action. First thing first, get 1,000 people to join the 100 Strong, 1,000 entrepreneurs. That's join the 100 Strong, join MWR, because the 100 Strong is going to participate in the MWR land banking and in the private reserve banking. 90-day fundraisers, have 2 of them per year. That ain't hard to do, right? If you can just do it just on weekends and probably raise you up about 10 or 12 grand. Just doing weekends. If you're like me, you work from home, you can probably, you know, if you got some family members who can help you out, you can do something every day. You know, almost.
Mm-hmm.
But you can easily come up with 10 or 12 grand in 90 days doing fundraisers, doing, you know, what's other stuff you can do? Fundraisers, bake sales, you know, fish fries, hamburgers and hot dogs, lemonade. You know, come on, ice cream. You know, all types of stuff you can do. And I'm pretty sure y'all can come up with all type of stuff too. You know, church cookouts, picnics, you know, all types of stuff. Right?
Right.
It's a fundraiser. You know, and you can come up with $1,000 a weekend, $500 on Saturday, $500 on Sunday, $500 on Friday, $500 on Saturday. What it gives me, that's $1,000 every weekend. 4 weekends in a month. We're doing 3 months. That's what? 12 grand.
Right.
All you put towards 100 Strong is 1 grand. The other 10, 11 grand you keep for yourself to go into your own private reserve bank account. The 100 Strong is pumping in $1 million into the private reserve bank account with everyone got an equal share. Whoa. Think about how much land we can get with $1 million in the land banking. Think about that. Think about how much our money is growing. Your percentage of your money is growing with $1 million in a private reserve account. And everybody's got their percentage of it. If you got $1 million, if you got 1,000 people and $1 million, that's like what, 10% each, right? Right?
Right.
Yeah, that's like 10% each. Or something like that, I think. Or is that right? You got 1,000 people, each put in $1,000, come up with $1 million. Yeah, that's 10%. You got a 10% stake. Everybody's got a 10% stake. Now, 10% of $1 million is a whole lot more than what you're gaining in your 10, 12, and $20,000. Is it not?
Yeah, it is.
Exactly. So look, you can't. It's winning, man. It's winning. It's winning. And then we have the ability. You have the ability to borrow from yourself, and you have the ability to borrow from the 100 Strong's private reserve account. And your money does not decrease. It doesn't stop your money because it's borrowed money. It's still money that's indebted to you. And then when you pay it back, we get to collect the interest on it too. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
You ain't gonna know what to do with all of it.
Yeah, look. I mean, I am blown away by the knowledge that we have come across in just the last week or so. In this last week, we have gained more knowledge on how to create wealth than we've learned in our entire lifetime. I know I have. Have you not?
I know I have.
Yeah. So that $40,000 really ain't nothing with the way we're set up. Yeah, for a private person out there who's not part of our network, who doesn't have this type of stuff in the works, you know, this type of insight and ingenuity that we're putting forth, yeah,
Right.
it would be a push, you know, to try and get 40 grand to come up with to go into land banking, right? But
Big time.
but because we're all putting our heads together, not only can each and every last one of you come up with that $40,000 in about 3 or 4 months, right? We'll be able to come up with $1 million collectively to go into our collective land banking account, and another $1 million to go into our collective private reserve account. Not to mention what we're putting of our own money into our own separate private reserve account. So you got your own private reserve account, which you got 100% interest in, and you got, you know, our collective account that we're pumping in $1 million a year. That you own a 10% stake in. Oh my Lord! I mean, you know, you just hit the oil well like the Clamptons. Beverly Hillbillies, here we come. You know, I mean, seriously, y'all. I mean, there is no downside to any of this. I mean, there really isn't. Not when you think about how we are structured, and that's the beauty of the whole thing. And that's why they are so excited about our network. The meeting I had with them the day before this call was about an hour-long meeting, and they're talking about all the stuff that they're willing to do, because they don't do product trading with everybody else. They don't. They just do the expose and the invite, and they do all the stuff. They've never even been approached or to do product trading. And when they're talking to us about it, and when I was talking to them about it, and telling them how we are structured and how we are set up, they're like, "Wow, okay, yeah, we need to, yeah, we'll be happy to do that for you all." You see what I'm saying? Everybody else won't be getting the specialized training that we will be getting. They let the experts just handle all of it. But we have to be able to explain it in order to get people in the trucking industry even interested in it. Right?
Right.
So we just can't go to them and say, "Hey, you know, here's a video. Watch that." They may get interested in it. Then we gotta invite them to a night meeting. Man, that ain't gonna work for truck drivers. That ain't gonna work for them. They're trying to get some rest. They got to get up and they got to drive. That ain't gonna work for them. It's definitely not gonna work for the trucking companies when we go to trucking companies. And we pull up, you know, the ones that got the bad CSA schools, and we're approaching them by how we can help them to improve their trucking company and strengthen their company, both financially by having all of their drivers being financially secure. Can you imagine how happy a driver would be driving down the road knowing he got a private reserve account that's going to turn into a couple $100,000 by the end of the year?
Right.
He ain't got no worries.
It may turn him over. He like, what?
They ain't got no worries. Yeah, no. I'm finna get me about 5 trucks.
Right.
And I'm gonna borrow the money from myself, and I'm gonna collect the interest when I pay myself back.
Well,
look,
some people may just have a goal, get to that goal, and they comfortable. You know, even while they making money. You know,
exactly. But look, this is a game changer, y'all. This is a bigger game changer as anything we've ever come across. That's why I'm putting so much time into it. That's why I'm here at almost 11 o'clock tonight. You know, talking to y'all on a Thursday night. When normally I have Thursday nights off, right?
Right.
You know, Thursday night was my night to just chill. You know, my wife is usually out doing her business thing. You know, and just me here and the dogs. And tonight, I'm supposed to be watching Discovery. I love that show.
Yeah.
Timmy Spock got a black sister. Oh Lord. I love that show. Okay. I'm supposed to be watching Discovery right now. Because that's what I normally do on my Thursday night. I plop down in front of that 72-inch and it's Discovery time. You know. Make me a couple of burgers, fries, my dog's in there. I give him a burger, I got a burger. and we watch Discovery. You know? But hey, this right here can shoot. I can get a position to where I can buy tickets to the doggone taping of Discovery. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look, this is important, y'all. This is important. This is the most important thing that we got going right now. I don't say that. I don't take that lightly. I know we got a lot of stuff going on, but this is priority. This is number one. Okay? I'm dead serious about that. This is number one. Everything else takes a back seat to this. Right? So the goal right now is to get everybody up to speed and get as many people we can into our MWR financial team USA. And then the next thing, and the second part of that is getting started with the 100 strong. Go ahead and put that together and start getting our members, get everybody in. Once we get 1,000 members, right? Once we get 1,000 members, and see, here's the great part about doing this through MWR and not through Chase. We don't have to worry about going and creating 1,000 different businesses, right? Because we all have our business with what? MWR, right? We all got our home-based business with MWR, right? So we don't have to worry about going and creating 1,000 different businesses, because we're all 1099 with MWR, right?
Well,
exactly. So we ain't got to worry about going and create 1,000 different businesses. After 1099, you don't even have to get your all the stuff you got to have that you have with a regular standalone self-employed business. Yeah, because now this is 1099. You're going to get your articles of incorporation and that type of stuff, but it's a lot easier when you're doing it with the 1099, because they just gonna send you your 1099 tax form at the end of the year, and you're just gonna do what? You're gonna turn it into what? Your experts.
Yeah.
Look, this is.
Or they may already have it done for you.
I mean, yeah, but look. This is nothing but great stuff. Okay, I mean, we have literally hit the jackpot. All right, young man said he already got his millionaire date. Now he's gonna speed that up. He's gonna shorten that millionaire date. I can promise you that.
Yep.
Especially we start this 100 strong, and he get his 10% of that land banking and 10% of that private reserve account, along with the private reserve account that he's already got. You see, we're not here for you all just to try and make this by yourself. We're gonna do our part to assist you in this too. That's why we are a network. That's what it means to be a network.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, we are the truest sense, of a network. We are truly networking at the highest level. So as you all are doing stuff, just remember, as a network, we're doing stuff too at the same time, which is going to help us all to get to where we need to go a whole lot faster in much shorter time. A year from now, every last one of us should be a millionaire. Everybody who is currently in right now, or everybody who is getting on us within the next couple of months, within a year, every last one of us should have hit that millionaire status. And I'm not talking about being a technical millionaire like I am, not a technicality. I'm talking about an actual, bona fide $1 million in the bank that you can stroke a check for. Big difference, ain't it? That's the difference between Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Bill Gates is worth about what he's at about what 92 billion right now. Money keep going up. Now get this: the guy that has Amazon, he's worth
billions.
Hold up. Now the guy that has Amazon.
More money than
Now let me educate y'all something. The guy that owns Amazon, he is worth more than Bill Gates, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
There are several sheiks and shahs and kings and princes who are worth more than Bill Gates. But let me educate y'all on something. No one, and I mean no one on the face of the planet, has more on-hand cash, liquid assets, than Bill Gates. Out of his $92 billion, about 87 billion of it is straight cash money that he can stroke a check for tonight and have it in your pocket by tomorrow morning when the bank's open up. Nobody else can do that. They have to liquidate, stuff. They have to go out and sell this and liquidate this and sell some stuff to come up with that money. Bill Gates can stroke a check for it. That's why he was on the CIA's most credible threats to the United States and to the world economy. And I'm going to tell you why. He was number 7 on that list back in 2000. I think it was 2006 when I read that. 2006, 2007. But he was on the CIA's 10 most credible threats. He was number 7, and here's why: because he had enough money, he had enough cash that he could stroke a check for $10 million to every head of household in the United States, and still would have had about $4 billion left over. Now, if he did that, what would that have done to the U.S. economy?
It wouldn't have crashed because everybody had been
exactly. It would have toppled the economy. Roll of toilet paper would have been $50. Gas prices would have went through the roof. No other country would be able to afford to do business with us.
Right.
Not to mention who's going to be essential workers when every head of household's got $10 million. You understand what I'm saying? Who gonna drive the city buses? Who gonna drive the taxi cab?
Who gonna pick up the garbage?
Who gonna pick up your garbage? Garbage man, I ain't picking up no garbage, man. We got $10 million. You understand what I'm saying? That's what makes him such a dangerous individual, because there's no law that says that he can't do that. So he has to be very. He has to be very disciplined. He has to practice a lot of self-discipline to not let his money just run rampant. Because legally he could give every head of household $10 million, and the government couldn't say not damn thing they can do about it.
Right.
That's crazy, isn't it? That one man have that much money. Not worth that much money. He got that much money. That's the difference between him and everybody else. No other person on the face of the planet has more on-hand cash than Bill Gates.
Huh.
That's what makes him such a dangerous individual. Okay, look. You got sheiks and shahs that when you talk about somebody being jealous of you, when you got a king and sheiks and shahs, they're jealous of you, boy. You got something going on. You hear me?
Right.
And that's Bill Gates. That's Bill Gates. Now, they give away more money to foundations than any other company or person on the face of the planet. They're the largest donor to the United Negro College Fund.
Yeah, they do a lot of charity.
They donate almost $30 million a year to the United Negro College Fund.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't even know that. Now you got the people running around talking about, Bill Gates trying to come up with a vaccine and put everybody with the what kind of thing to put the chip in everybody. Bill Gates trying to kill everybody. Man, that man ain't worried about killing your broke behind.
Right.
Man, that's the last thing. That's the last thing on the Gates family mind. I mean, yeah, they trying to do what they can to help you broke behind, But a lot of us are too easily influenced to even realize that. I mean, at some point you got to stop listening to the conspiracies and listen to what's real.
Right.
Okay. And you got a lot of the stuff floating around on social media right now that's just plumb crazy, man. And people actually believe in something. They actually believe in that stuff.
Because they don't get out. They just listen to the gossip.
Yeah. They ain't got nothing better going on in their life. They don't have goals. They got dreams and they can't see their dreams coming true. What they need to do is take their dreams and turn them into goals.
Right.
Because every last one of us right now, we have a goal, do we not? We all have a goal. And every last one of us see that goal coming to pass. Gentleman said he's already got his millionaire date. It's on the wall. It's there. It's on the wall.
With an arrow going down to the nearest.
Exactly. Exactly. And he's doing everything he can to try and cut it shorter and shorter and shorter.
Right.
And guess what? If we're successful within our network and doing and implement the things that we want to do, the 100 strong and all that type of stuff, guess what? It's going to be a lot shorter than he had anticipated. What he said was 2033.
Right.
You might as well get ready for that to be 2023.
Yeah, 2038.
Yeah, 2038. I mean, 2024, 2025. If we got anything to say about it, because look, if we are successful in implementing our 100 strong business model, ain't no way in the world, you're gonna go past 2025 without being a bona fide millionaire.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and that's for all of us. So that means we all got to do our part. We all got to participate. We all got to come together. We all got to have these fundraisers, and I mean, yeah, I know a lot of us can just take $1,000 and put towards it and say, well, I'm not worried about the fundraiser. I'm just going to put $1,000 in twice a year. Now, of course you can do that. But what's the fun in that? I mean, come on, really. What's the fun in it? Where's the challenge in that?
Right.
And think about how much more you can have, how much bigger gains you can make by participating and doing the fundraisers. Okay? All right. That's going to do it for us tonight. We're not going to go any further. We're getting kind of late. But look, when I tell you I have enjoyed this training session tonight, we got off to a little slow start because the people got mixed up on where they were supposed to be. But look, y'all, this is probably one of the best Zoom training meetings we've had in a long time. Okay, I rank this as number 1 on our Zoom training meetings. Right? I mean, look, and every Thursday night, this is what it's going to be like. We're going to be learning, and next Thursday we're going to be getting from here on out. We're going to be getting into each of the services and getting trained by them on how those services actually work. Okay, not just the promotional stuff that we're doing, and we're talking about digging into it and showing the percentage points, the decimal points. What got to go into this, what comes into this, what this does. We're going to be getting into the actual of how the services work and how they benefit us and how they benefit our clientele. So, because our goal with these product training is for us to be as knowledgeable and in depth and be able to explain the services just as if one of the experts were explaining it to you. Okay, that's our goal. All right, because knowledge is what? Power. And having the power gives us the power to act on the knowledge, which is what turns into money. All right, or should I say turns into wealth? Difference between money and wealth. All right. So, and that's what we're seeking: wealth, generational wealth. All right, everybody. I appreciate all of you all. I thank you all so much. It was great night of training. Let's move forward from here. Let's take what we've learned and let's build on it. And I will see you all back here next Thursday for the MWR financial product training. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And let's get ready for Saturday. All right. Y'all have a good one. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
All right. Have a good one.
Good night.
Come on, yeah.